Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I do apologize. I don't know what's going on. This is really weird. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my mute, my volume, my audio. Everything seems to be working fine on my end. But you guys can't hear me. I have to work on this device and find out what's going on. Oh, yeah? Let me see. No, asking a question. Where is Tracy? I haven't seen Tracy in a while. Oh. Tracy, girl, where are you? I hope you're okay. I should say Tracy, they sleep by now. Eh? More than no vessel. This pool. Make I move and go. Like I said, I go feel move on. Okay, that's the most I can move it. Yeah? Well, now welcome back. I don't know what they do. Can you guys hear me? First of all, let me make sure you can hear me. Oh. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me get a yes or no if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? This is weird that the audio is Can you hear me? Please let me get a yes or no. Okay. I was sharing a video earlier. Let me see. Please, as you come in, kindly like the video, share if you haven't shared already. So apparently, I hear say Niger also has stepped in. Let me see. Let me read. Things are heating up. This is about 2 hours ago. Things are heating up between Niger and Nigeria. The Nigerian customs decides to carry out a rigorous inspection of goods coming from Nigeria for security reasons. I have the honor to inform you that for security imperatives, all goods coming from Nigeria, in particular the so-called miscellaneous goods, must be unloaded and have their corners inspected. Please double tap the screen device to like, or click on the 3 dots on the right hand side to like, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, in goods, in particular the so-called miscellaneous goods, must be unloaded and have their corners inspected at the entry offices before any transit formalities. However, even the so-called miscellaneous goods, accompanied by documents from the port of discharge, will not be subject to unloading only at destination or at the time of customs clearance formalities. I attach importance to the strict execution of this instruction, and any difficulty encountered in its implementation must be reported to me without delay. This is Colonel Mohammed Yakuba Sido, DG de Douance. I don't know how to say that word properly, but hey, Zeli, welcome. So yeah, Niger is not. They are not smiling with Nigeria right now. Nigeria has APC government has successfully pissed off all our neighbors, all the neighbors around them. They've pissed them off, all right, because of Tinubu APC government's actions. All right. Do you guys know that they've banned TikTok lives for Nigerians? I think they said midnight. I got an email. They banned midnight. Is it midnight they call it, or after hours TikTok stream in Nigeria? I don't know. Apparently, there's some people who do explicit stuff from Nigeria at midnight. Okay, they stream it live. So TikTok has banned Nigerians from doing lives. Oh God. Hey, Nigeria in the portal. Nigeria in the bush. Hello, Dakar. Welcome, Musa. Welcome, Nigeria is inside the gutter right now. Oh my God. This is when we were shouting, this man, nobody should allow this man get into office. Everybody thought we were crazy. Look at what is going on now. If you thought Nigeria could not fall any lower, go any lower, it has entered the potopoto, is wrapped in shit. It's rolling in it. One man's ambition has driven the country down. This is what Nigerians, this is what you have to battle with now. This is what you have to battle with. This is crazy. All your neighbors are mad at you. Hey, Tinubu, T-Pain. This is what T-Pain has brought on Nigerians. This is it. Sid, welcome. Are you still a Nigerian? Oh my God. Are you still a Nigerian? I better make I share my link. In case anybody want come talk, may they come. May una come. I know say all of Nigerians, you people are going through a lot right now. You people are going through a lot, right? Don't worry. Come and this will be your what's it called? Psychiatry therapy class. Hey! Oh, go. Nigeria should not do this one. Oh! Oh my goodness, this is funny. Guys, please double tap your screen device to like. Oh, I beg. You could not double tap. If you're just coming in, please double tap your screen device to like. Or click on the three dots on the right hand side to like the show, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, share the live. So it's only Nigeria TikTok. Yeah, they said it's that's the email I got. Like they banned Nigerians for streaming late night. I think it's midnight, like late hours. That's when they do the stream. Apparently, I don't know. I'm just finding out about it. So they ban Nigerians from doing lives. I think it's Nigerians from Nigeria. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I don't know much about it. It's the email I saw that I read and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I haven't actually been on TikTok to find out if anybody has done any comment on it or any content or whatever or needs to get it more. But the email was that they've banned Nigerians from streaming midnight. It's crazy because apparently they were doing some things that nudity and all those kinds of things. So, I don't know. Yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. Now, another news, this was just 3 hours ago from General Somto. This is from General Somto's Twitter address. It says, the Nigerian soldiers wanted to parachute into Burkina Faso and unalive Ibrahim Traore. This is another, I'm just reading this now. So you guys, I don't know anything about it. I doubt the story, but this is what this person says. like they bombed Benin. Maybe they are just claiming, people are making up their stories now. Burkinabes are angry and have called on their government to take action against the Nigerian soldiers who entered Burkina Faso's airspace, urging that such an act be treated as an act of war. Okay, I will play the video for you, but the person is speaking French, and I'm sure most of us here don't understand French. All right, guys, wetin I do now, more na not verse, so not be me make, not be the earlier stream when I do, I don't know what's happening. There was no audio, and I tried to fix the audio, nothing was happening. I'm not seeing the likes are not going up. Please, we have 46 people watching and only one person has liked. What did I do? Who did I offend? I beg, even if I offended you, just like, so that next time I come on live, you will know that I'm on live. You understand? And remember, this is the girl that offended me. You know what I mean? So please, double tap on your screen device to like the show, or click on the three dots to like. Please keep the likes going up. More than not verse. If I verse una, okay, ejibure, please forgive. That doesn't mean I'm not going to offend you tomorrow. I might offend you again, but that's what makes me human, right? So please, help me to double tap. I know some of you APC people are here. You understand? It's okay. I don't have anything against you people APC. It's just me. I'm trying to help you people from destroying yourselves, but you people don't want to. You people don't want to accept. And sometimes when you have tried, and the people say no, they want to destroy themselves, you will leave them. You understand? So that when I come back live again, you people will be here. At least you will know. You see this girl that's always saying things that annoy us. You will like, so that when I come immediately, all the comments are insults that you have, you come and quickly drop it in the comment section. You understand? I mean, that's what you should do. So double tap on the screen device. Give me a like. Come on now. Come on. You understand? Give me a like. Double tap on your screen device, or click on those three dots. See those three dots at the corner? Click on them. Hey, well, Rose, long time. How now? Sis, good to see you. Please, keep liking. I won't play one video for now. Make I bring my this thing come here. Make una see am. Yo, wah. Can you guys still see? This pole is probably blocking your una no vex o. This pole, who they do anyway, make I not talk. People should vote sha. Thank you, Mas Queen. Welcome.
Government is behind the unrest in Nigeria. A lot of people will be doubting.
Can you guys still see it? Wait, can you guys still see it? Please let me know if you can see it. All right. I just want to make sure. Abemona, continue to like. 11 votes, only 5 likes. Come on now. I know some are the verse for me. Some of them are the verse for me. APC people, I know. It's okay. You understand? It's normal. Vote is 50. It tire me, Kene. All right. So, guys, please continue to double tap the screen device. Let me go ahead and play the video.
He is the brain behind the total unrest. The evil being perpetrated on us by this Islamic and all these bandits. We will be doubting, but without any shred of doubt, we can now categorically say that President Tinubu's APC party are the people behind the unrest in Nigeria. Because if the president's party, APC, is not behind the deadly attack on Nigeria, how is it possible that Nigeria was able to quell a coup within 2 hours in Benin Republic? Nigeria totally destabilized the whole military in Benin Republic within 2 hours. I didn't even know we have planes. I didn't even know we have gunship helicopters. I didn't even know that our soldiers have rapid response that can be deployed and dismantle evil within minutes. President Tinubu, you and your government are the one causing unrest in Nigeria. And we are begging you, use the same power you have used in Benin Republic just few hours ago to deal with the unrest in Nigeria. Otherwise, let Americans come and kill everybody.
Kene, I wish I could share to you. Sorry.
Happening to us in Nigeria. President Tinubu, I challenge you to come out and tell the world why you have not been able to defeat Boko Haram if you have the power to defeat a whole military of the Benin Republic.
Hey, okoko bi okoko bi oko. Hey, anyways.
And fighter jets. Then do you know what people are actually talking about right now in Benin Republic? It's not even about the coup anymore. It's about how swift Nigerian army was. How fast. How we know that Tinubu sent in ground troops and fighter jets immediately. And at land, it was a call from Emmanuel Macron, allegedly.
Welcome, Dozier.
But then there are indications that Macron called Tinubu and asked him to act quickly, because intervening directly was going to look like, why would France interfere? That was why Pascal Tigri was warning Macron, stay away from this issue. Benin Republic is a sovereign nation. But the issue is right now is that they are actually talking about Nigeria, Nigerian government, Nigerian troops. You will not believe that it's the same Nigeria.
Yeah, Dozier, you can use the link.
Like a chicken.
You want to come into the studio? I shared the link. If you scroll up, you'll see a blue link. It's highlighted in blue. It's yellow and then there's a blue. You can use that link to enter the studio. I'll let you in a minute once the video is done playing. Okay, so you can come and share something. All right. Rose, you said you are wondering why the IAS are quiet. They're quiet because they don't want it to seem as though they don't want to, they are the target. I hope people understand that the AES really is the target of this whole thing. Because if this guy is able to enter Benin, they use the port of Benin. They don't have access to water, right? So Benin has been very resourceful to them. Is it Benin now or Togo? Whichever one. So the main target now AES. That's why they're quiet. You don't want them to. Right now, they shouldn't even involve themselves. But somehow, they are being dragged into it. Anyway, let's continue.
Like a chicken. When the guy kept calling for help until allegedly he was even sabotaged. You will not believe that it is the same Nigeria where over 200 girls are in the bush. You will not believe that it's the same Nigeria where some girls, even some Chibok girls.
Okay, I will do that now.
You will not believe that it's this same country that people can walk into a church and do whatever they want to do and then get out with it. You will not believe Nigerian army swung into action as if it was President Tinubu that was being kidnapped. Or as if the coup was even taking place in Nigeria.
I'll share it, Dozier.
Who does this kind of thing? Are we not hypocrites? Now, I didn't say are they not hypocrites, because I'm also talking about myself, because I'm a Nigerian. Are we not hypocrites? Are we not hypocrites? Kai! Nigerian government swung into action. Serious. Now, let me tell you what happened. The coup was actually consummated. Yes. When I say it was consummated, it means that for a coup to be successful, it means you must get to the national radio and TV station. If you can find your way to that place and make an announcement that you've taken over, it means it was consummated. And that was what happened. Pascal Tigri and his men actually got to the national TV and declared that they had taken over. It was consummated. Although it did not last long. That's why you hear news on the internet saying that the coup was successful. It was successful doesn't mean that they're actually still in power right now. All right? But it was thwarted immediately by Nigerian troops. So if you end up in the Republic now, the atmosphere is like everywhere you go to is Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. And then here we are at home here. We have no peace. But you know why they did that, right? It's not because they love Benin Republic. No. It's not because they care about Benin Republic. It is just to send a message that we're not going to allow this thing embolden people again, because they're trying to protect themselves. If it succeeds in Benin Republic, it has come home now. It has come home. You know, it's trying to say that let's put this away far before it gets to us. You know what almost happened a few months ago or a few weeks ago? You know, but we are actually big hypocrites. Yes, in the same country where a brigadier general or commander, whatever, was swallowed just like that. Nobody knows what is happening to his family. Nobody knows what is going on right now. Where so many things are going on. Our troops are suffering. A lot of things are going on. And then in Benin Republic, we swung into action, and we are actually being celebrated. It's just that maybe the people, that's why they're not even dancing around. Maybe would have been seeing pictures on the internet of how they are celebrating. But here we are. Nigeria, my country. But if there's anyone that's celebrating, it's Macron, Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron cannot take some breath. He will now say, yes, thank God, though. At least I still have Benin Republic. Let me go ahead and make whatever I want to make before, because they will not relent. I mean, they're going to come back. They won't give up. Let's leave it there for now. This one, Beaver knows. What do you know?
Kene, what do you mean they are mugu? What do you mean? Eh? What do you mean they be mugu? You still say easy? Eh? What do you mean? What do you mean by say they be mugu? How they say be mugu? How? Eh? Dozie, I've shared my link with you. Uh-huh. The president was going to travel presidential inauguration the next day. How were they mugu? They try. How they say be mugu? I bet these people try. You una when be Nigerians, what you not do? Una not be sitting ducks? Are you people not sitting ducks? I beg. No use my talk people when they even make attempts. Wetin una do 200 million strong? Wetin una fit do? Una wan be dosa people. Abeg no dey compare better people with Nigeria o, biko. He say carry out in the I don't know about that. Anyway, Sha, I don't know. Anyway, let's play this video. This was what I was going to.
An assault on the sovereignty of that state. Let us call it what it is. Because there was no need.
Oh, I was going to respond to Rose. I was going to respond to your comment. You say I did try you because this stuff raises my sister. Who go talk? Who won't leave this thing for? Now waiting me the thing. And now to the check, you go to check blood pressure every time. Now you check blood pressure in the morning, check them in the night. You understand? There's no way around it now. Yeah? If person must shall do one, right? Imagine say we quiet. All this is when we dey bring come out now. If to say we dey quiet, half of the things that we're talking about now, we won't be talking about it. These people, the left to them, they want to clamp down on everything. Do you know what it means? I said Tinubu's 2027 ambition was already in. It was already in. Again, the guy already has strategized how he's going to win that 2027. In fact, people have already resigned. Okay, you know what? This man is taking this 2027. Why? Because he's using his intention is to use the terrorists for election purposes. You know, the man does not care how much human liquid flows. He does not care. He's ready to rule over us. Now, because of Donald Trump tweet, everything has been blown out of the water. They cannot use the same people again for the election. Do you understand? So that's why we talk. This is part of the reason why we talk. They say if you are quiet when there's evil, right? Evil thrives because good people keep quiet, right? If we no talk, na problem. Now the talk when we dey talk, so now you don't carry us reach where we dey. So you no get choice, my sister. It does not allow you in. I don't know what is going on. You know what? Let me send it to your WhatsApp. Let me send it to your WhatsApp, Rose, because I don't understand.
For Nigeria to intervene in the internal affairs of a sovereign state. Because when
people have been saying
we oppose it. So how can you now be the chief culprit of what you are condemning? Eh? There was no reason and no need for what Tinubu did, except to show that you are stronger and you are bigger than Benin Republic. The other country that
I don't send them to your WhatsApp. Try
to
them.
prove that yes, is the champion of ECOWAS.
It's weird.
So hold on, other coups have happened before this war. Is it because the people of the government of Republic of Benin is weak and the country is so small and all that? Is that not the only reason they had the temerity to? Yes.
Arbitrarily?
Arbitrarily, yes.
Did it pass through the
forget about, you see, when these people want to do this thing, they always have a rubber stamp legislation who will carry out their nefarious decision. This country was going for 5 years. First time of 5 years in their presidential tenure.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer.
Okay, let me bring you in. I'll bring you in and just stream the video from here. Can you mute your mic, Rose? Why is that feedback? Okay. There's a feedback coming out, Rose. Okay. Is that you? Okay. Can you hear me now?
That's weird.
Rose, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, it's me that is mute. Can you hear me? Sorry. Rose. Can you hear me? Rose, yo.
Enough is now said that they should take it to 7 years.
Ew.
And you are entitled to 2 terms. That means you are talking of 14 years here. No, the 5 years now. 5 years before, they added 2 years, making it 7.
Plus another 7.
Plus another, making 14. And the military, they are, of course, this Republic of Benin military, they are very, very, in fact, they are true soldiers. They don't take prisoners. The moment you misbehave, they take you out. They don't have time for discussions.
Okay, but eventually they were taken out by the Nigerian military.
They violated their laws. Under international law.
Welcome, Michael. Yeah, the audio is not working. I noticed, Rose. I kept asking, can you hear me? Do you want to come out and come back in? Because I don't know why. I was saying, can you hear me? Everybody else can hear me.
They were invited by the president.
God's will, welcome. Ayegbusi, welcome.
Please, I need help. Send their men, to come and rescue me. Does that, between you and I, is that interference or intervention?
It was interference because for you to carry out the assembly, there must be a decision to seek for foreign intervention.
Okay.
Before you can do that, we not call it that. But in this particular case, it was interference.
Okay.
Because no decision was reached by the parliament. It is either the man who called his friend Tinubu to save him. And that is why I look at it. After all, why did they remove you? Why did you want to change the tenure of the president of your country? You are the one that called for this coup. If you want to look at it properly, it was that president that called for this coup. What is wrong if you do 5 years? Yes.
Maybe 5 years is not enough for him to accomplish.
So do what? What you may have to look, somebody that wants, if your salary is not enough for you, overtime will never help you. No, it cannot. Somebody who could not do anything with 5 years, is it the added 2 years now that will now, what is he going to do differently? And that has been the problem of African leaders.
Okay.
Last week when I was talking about this particular issue, I made mention of this particular unstable government in Africa, that they are the ones calling for it because of their behavior and their activities. If you check, like I told you in the morning, it is always election. 90% of the election that causes problem in Africa. Election. They wouldn't want to conduct an fair election, and they wouldn't want to leave office honorably. Then what do you think the other people will be? They will be clapping for you, Abi. It's not everybody that has the patience of talking and discussion and analyzing like we do on TV and radio. People are just impatient. So don't just
Can you hear now, Rose? Now, wow. Rose, you dey hear me at all? Wow. Rose, can you hear? I don't know what's going on, no. Today, not today. Anyway, let's continue.
that is, don't just wake up the anger in them and you start blaming. Hey, you, why can't you caution your members?
But I was coming to that point. Now, you said that, look, why didn't they intervene in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso?
Yes.
Do you think that because Nigeria has contiguous, contiguity with the Benin Republic, it was easier for them to act swiftly? Or does it have to do with capacity or proximity or what?
Well, look,
or probably because the people that were affected in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso didn't reach out to the president. Mind you, as at that time, the president was the ECOWAS leader.
Yes. Look, let's look at it from this angle. When did Niger happen? Didn't the president made effort to intervene and flush out the cookies?
Okay.
What happened?
Nigerians said no.
No, not Nigerians. They not.
But they are Nigerians.
They not. He said no. You can.
We also had people from the south that said no.
No, they not.
No,
it was mostly the north. It was mostly the north. As always.
Bolaji Akiyemi is not from the north. He's a southern.
I said the north mostly.
Okay. So it was, let's say Nigerians. Nigerians said no. Don't do that.
No, it's the north.
No, Barrister, no. Let's not reduce this into another.
Look, you have started. Hold on. The north said that those.
Barrister, it wasn't the north.
It was the north. No, leave that in. It was the north. They said the people in Nigeria are their cousins and their brothers. That was the thing they were having in mind.
Okay.
That's why it's the north. They came out and said no. That those people are their cousins and their. I remember what Buhari said. So why are you not saying?
No, but Barrister, because I can name 4 or 5 southerners, that said no.
What is 4 or 5 against thousands of others?
No, it's not about thousands. It's about the leaders of the north. So Nigerians were unanimous in saying, please bring them.
It was the north. It was the north.
Okay, so Barrister, land on your thought. I think our viewers understand this.
It's the north. Like always, it's the north. It was them that. So why didn't they come out and stop this one in the Republic of?
That's what I'm saying. Because this one happened swiftly. Before Nigerians could wake up and say, Jack, it was all over.
It's because you see, the Republic of Benin is small and weak, and they don't have the capacity to resist the Nigerian military and air force.
Okay.
These are the only things that was going for Tinubu.
Like the Nigerians said, if you want to your nose to be bloody, just come. We are waiting for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So why didn't they go?
Now, Barrister, why is it easy? Why is it convenient? For ECOWAS leaders, they are quick to condemn coups in Africa.
Don't mind them.
But unable to flaunt their democratic credentials. The failure that pull those military people.
That is why
is it difficult?
That is why I'm telling them that look, it's not enough to condemn coup. Don't call it because it will come. Nature abhors a vacuum. Whenever you have created that opening, somebody must feel it. Something must feel it. No matter how you preach, you cannot stop tomorrow from coming. You cannot. So when Africans have failed to do the needful, it's a matter of time. And maybe this time around, it will be the youth. If you check the military officers, they are all young men.
Yes.
They are all young men. Yes. So if African leaders don't go to that AU and talk of how to move Africa forward, one day all of them will be overrun. The way things are going, all of them will be overrun.
Yeah, you're right, Brittany. Exactly. They don't have any rights. You're right. I agree with you.
France, why didn't France come to the help of President Talon? Why did it have to be Nigeria? But we also understand from the grapevine that it was Emmanuel Macron that put pressure on Tinubu to say, Mr. President, you need to go and help me out in the Republic. Why was it convenient for them to use Nigeria instead of coming on their own?
Tinubu has been looking for validation from the Western leaders. So anything he can do to buy their favor, he will do it. He has become their errand boy. You remember that when Nigeria happened, it was the same Kamala Harris who told him to do something. I remember. He called him on phone and said, do something. So whenever they want things done in Africa, or in West Africa, of course, their man is here. So when, when CIA and FBI are talking of an active agent, you can see where they are coming from. Why would they tell him to do this? Meanwhile, he is supposed to be the leader in ECOWAS. And these are the people he is supposed to be protecting. And the foreign power is telling you to go and you agree. You do not even look at the reasons for their action. The reasons for their actions. Yes, the man who carried that coup against the constitution. The military now carried that coup against him. Is it not balanced?
Okay.
He carried that coup against the constitution. And then the military now
But Barrister, are you angry that the coup didn't succeed?
Eh?
Are you angry that it didn't succeed? You said,
It looks
because
like-
it looks like you said they created a balance.
Yes.
He carried out the coup against the constitution, and the military carried out the coup.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you support the military junta?
Yes, it would have taught these people a lesson, seriously. African leaders, they should know that, yes, Big Brother military is watching their back. So that whenever they want to do this, their arrogant behavior, they should think twice. Every time they want to stay put, they change the constitution. Look at Pobia, look at Museveni, and that other woman close to him there in Tanzania. Look at how they are destroying democracy. They are destroying it now. So is it not better they even say, okay, let us go back to military regime? Instead of deceiving us.
Okay, so
the military is even worse than the so-called, the civilian regime is even worse than the military they are condemning. So what is the essence? Deceiving yourself that you have a democracy.
Okay, so let's say Barrister Agommo supports the military coup
You have started.
in
You have started.
Benin Republic. Now,
You have
Barrister,
started.
do we see a pattern?
Hold on.
This is a very serious question.
The way you put it is not the way it is.
Okay.
I said it based on what happened.
Based on what happened.
Yes, the president carried out a coup against the constitution.
And the military carried out
And
the coup
the
against...
military now replied to him.
Okay, and the balance is
Yes.
Okay, now, Barrister, we see a developing pattern. First Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and now Benin. All four Francophone.
Yes. I told you that they don't...
Is it a failure of France as a colonial master, or is it the resilience or resistance of the people that is driving this pattern? What do you think it is?
It is because...
But we don't see like Liberia is calm, Nigeria is calm, Gambia is calm, Ghana is calm. So between France and Britain, which one left a better democratic legacy here in West Africa?
It will tell France that the principle of assimilation is no longer working.
Okay.
That assimilation policy, the Francophone countries are no longer interested. They are more resistant than the Anglophone. We like talking. Those people, they don't have time for talking to anything. That is why whenever these people behave, they send them package.
So maybe we don't act because the system is convenient for us.
It's because we are docile.
Okay, is it that the colonial masters made us docile?
Yes, they have hypnotized us not to say anything, see anything.
So apparently it's working for them.
Why not? That's why we are docile. This thing that happened in some Anglophone countries, you know very well that it cannot happen in a Francophone country. You know, it can never happen. But yeah, we keep talking. Talking as a way of solving the problem. Meanwhile, the man that is behind the problem is not even remorseful. It's not remorseful.
Welcome, Obona.
Francophone country, and they'll be looking at you. It's not possible. It's not. Seriously, it's not.
Okay, so
and Burma, welcome.
So what they are saying is that impliedly, the French
guys, please, help me continue to like. Double tap the screen to like if you haven't already. Or click on the three dots, please.
Okay, one after the
other. Yes.
While the British ones are still
we are even calling for more enslavement. Okay. That's the irony. Look at what Boris Johnson came here to say the other day. Who sent him a message? Boris Johnson. How did he leave office? In ignorance. And he came here
to validate something.
To preach moral to me. That these are the type of colonial masters that we embrace here. Who cannot tell us the truth, who cannot do the truth. They will see if they cover it. Divide and rule. So that they can continue to hold on to us. Is that not what they are doing?
Okay, now, Barrister, Nigerians are asking, why was it easy for the president to quickly send troops to quell the Benin coup, but difficult for him to use the same zeal in fighting the terrorists and bandits in Nigeria? Do you share that sentiment?
In fact, it is very obvious now, from what happened and from what we can see. The federal government of Nigeria is openly making deals with terrorists.
Yeah, because the thing was very swift, sharp, footprints and all of that, both aerial and land troops, and everybody went in and queried the crisis. But we can't do the same thing for the past 15 years.
Yes, meanwhile, terrorists are occupying Benue and Plateau villages. Can you beat that? He cannot flush them out.
And we have a president who cannot order troops into that place.
Flush them out, yes.
So what does that tell you?
It tells you that they are in business together. There is something they have not told us about these terrorists. The way the federal government is handling them speaks volume. When they were having this dialogue and discussion with American congressmen and all that, I said this is gradually dying. Because whenever the government doesn't want to do anything, they revert to meeting. Committees, panel. And whenever a matter have entered, have gone to this level, forget it. They have made Donald Trump very weak now. He cannot even act again. Because the thing has entered into discussion. That will never yield any fruit. Mention any discussion with the federal government that came to a logical conclusion. So this thing they are doing now is just to water things down. Because while they are holding meeting, the terrorists are rampage. Eh? Can't you see that? And the government is calling them and appealing to them to release their captives. You know how they are releasing them in piecemeal. Yes, they allow the release 100. So many more are there. That means if they pay money, they will not look at those who they pay their money.
Do you think it has anything to do with the effort of the Minister of Defense?
If it is, why not all of them?
Okay.
You can't bring some and leave some now. But those people they are somebody's children.
So since they are negotiating, maybe the part of the negotiation is that, look, we release some people, we fulfill some demands. Maybe there are terrorists that have been here and what we release them to. Like I would like for us to liken it to the Israeli-Gaza ceasefire, where people were released in bits and pieces, in piecemeal and all of that.
I don't think
is
so.
That what it looks like?
No, it doesn't look like. Because these guys, they were very, very intentional on what they want. They kidnap them for money. And so, if the money does not come, they are not releasing anybody.
So maybe they have paid for 100 people.
So that's what I'm saying now. In like a transaction, when you pay, they will ship your container for you. And when you not pay, they will ship another container. That's the way it is now.
Barrister, shortly after the coup was spoiled, France agreed to support security efforts in Nigeria. Is it some form of coincidence, or is it an afterthought based on the help Nigeria rendered in quelling the coup? What is it for you?
Too many coups will spoil the broth. How many help do we need? America is coming. I think China even mooted the idea to help Nigeria. Then France is coming again. So
France is coming again. I like that word again because you recall that the first time the president went to France after his they signed an MOU, and one of the letters of that MOU was that they were going to support Nigeria militarily. And we didn't see anything happen. So why is it happening at this time? Is it some form of coincidence?
No, it's not. It's a political statement.
Okay.
They are not going to do anything. After all, we are not from their bloc. China, France, it doesn't have anything to do with Nigeria. We are from the Anglophone bloc. And so France will say, look, you have enough people to help you now. This thing he made is to compensate Tinubu for what he did in the Republic of Benin. I think that's all.
So, but Barrister, people are asking, Nigerians are asking, if the president is talking with Emmanuel Macron now for military support based on an aftermath of the Benin coup, the Benin coup and Benin Republic coup and all of that. Nigerians are asking, what exactly has our president been doing all this while he's been going to France?
No.
At last card, I think he has visited 4 or 5 times. So when he goes there, what does he talk about if not security? That is plaguing Nigeria, security, we've been enveloped by insecurity and all of that.
Because nothing came out of it. Is it not told you that people are not going to France for any bilateral relationship or any working visit? Is it not told you? How many times did you see him moving from one ministry in France to the other? How many times did you see him talking and discussing with French officials or Emmanuel Macron?
Yeah, the last time he did.
So after
pictures are there. He took pictures.
They took pictures. After that, what happened? Did he not disappear from the radar? No, tell me, did he not disappear from the radar? The remaining days of his visit, did you know how and where he
was conducting meetings on the sidelines.
With who?
He was on a working visit anyway. So
but how come?
On a working vacation.
How come those things did not eat any food? Did you see any? Now.
France at that time promised to support our solid mineral development sector. Do you know what is going on in that sector? The Lalake seems to be working harder.
Now that the North said they should stop work for 6 months. What does that tell you?
And now the agreement becomes frozen until after 6 months. They will go back to it.
And that means they have to streamline it, and then there should be a proper template on how to mine our mineral resources. Yes, that is the meaning.
So, Barrister, what should be the takeaway of Nigerians and African leaders following the coup, that was fought in Benin Republic?
It is a lesson. It is a lesson to be learned by both African leaders and African people that Nigeria is losing out in democracy.
Yep.
That's the truth. No thanks to our leaders. It is a clear indication that Africa is losing it on democracy.
Yep.
We are just proving to the whole world that we are not a democratic people. We don't want this democratic culture from the West. That is the meaning. Because apart from this West African push, mention any other continent where this is prevalent. Continent, if not Africa. That will tell you that we are not right for it. Seriously. We are not.
Okay, you brought in a fresh new perspective to this. Are we passing through a phase in our
not to.
Because at a point,
how you doing?
Latin American countries were going through phases of coups and all of that. Is that the phase that we are passing through now?
Mr. Okoro, a man at 65, going to 66. Please, is such a man a small boy? Eh?
No, age is just a number because those Latin American countries, where they were passing through that phase, some of them were as old as 100 years.
Their experience is not the same thing with your own.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Because they're Latin American.
We are African.
Yes, we're African. So, besides, Nigeria is the biggest black nation in the whole world. The black nations all over the world, they look up to Nigeria. So, what are we teaching them? What are we giving to them? Mr. Okoro?
No, but my question is, West Africa is passing through a phase now. We see a pattern of military coups has happened in Latin America at some point. Is this a new phase? Are we passing through a phase of I don't know if you read Third Wave of Democracy by S.P. Huntington. You know, he talks about how democracy comes and dies and comes and dies. You know, is that the phase that we are passing through now?
If it is something that came about from the people, if it is something that came about from the culture of the people that we don't want this thing, everybody is saying no, we don't want democracy and all that. I would say okay, maybe Africans, yes, we are resisting democracy, but this is something that is coming from few greedy men who found their way, who found their way to the top echelon of our governors. Are they not the one? Is it the people that told for Biya to stay there?
The people are supporting him.
Hold on. Is it the people that told this man to change the constitution from 5 years to 7 years? Oh yeah. So it's not the people. When this happened, did you see the people jubilating? Did you not see them jubilating until Nigeria carried their wahala to go and who invited them? They should have allowed that man to get.
The president invited them. President Talon invited.
That is you see the man that even invited Nigeria. I am ashamed of him. I'm ashamed of him.
He was helpless. He was helpless, so he needed help. And Nigeria came to his help.
So, and you think that Nigeria is not helpless before the terrorists, have you? No, I will not helpless before these people that are terrorizing.
That's why we are running to US and France to come and help.
That is wrong. The person that needs help is rendering help to somebody. That is where the irony comes from, Mr. Okoro. Is it not a shame that terrorists have kept Nigeria busy for 15 years and no solution? And now you run to somewhere where some boys say they don't want what is going on in their country. They want to correct the east of the country.
Okay, now, Barrister, you give us your concluding thoughts on this at the end of the program. Let's get into the second topic. Following the recent massification of several members of the River State House of Assembly from the People's Democratic Party, PDP.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, Michael. Guys, please, if you haven't liked, help me to like, as you enter. Double tap your screen device to like.
The auditorium of the legislature quarters was formally adopted as the lawful and recognized hallowed chamber of the House, signaling their determination to maintain order and continuity despite the political upheaval. Well, as reported by the media on Friday, the 10 remaining members of the PDP in River State House of Assembly selected officers and administered the oath of office for the following position: minority leader, deputy minority leader, deputy majority leader, minority whip, and deputy minority whip. PDP lawmakers who did not defect and their constituencies are Honorable Mrs. Emilia Loki Amadi Obiakwo, Honorable Justina Emeji Emoha, Honorable Ignatius Onwuka Eche 1, Honorable Mrs. Barile Nwako Kana 1, Honorable Mrs. Ezekwe Nkemjika Ogba Ebema Andoni 2, Honorable Queen Owuma Tony Williams Ahoda East 1, Honorable Lemchi Nyeche Ikwere constituency, Honorable Silvanus Nwankwo Omuma, Honorable Iderima John Dominic Abua Odua, Honorable Mba Bernard Tai. 16 members of the House of Assembly led by Speaker Martin Ahemele defected from the People's Democratic Party PDP to the APC. That was on Friday. Yes, I think Friday. But so what's going on in River State? 27 lawmakers left last year. Now we see only 10 lawmakers support the APC. Do you smell confusion? Do you smell confusion in the ranks of the lawmakers?
No, is it
welcome, Tokumbo. Welcome, sir.
Went to APC. This time, 17 went to the APC. And the remaining 10,
yeah.
we have fed their loyalty.
Burkina Faso don't threaten them, say if they no come down, they go bring them down. So 11 of them are held.
So you've been in a car accident.
11 of them have been held.
Fault, yeah? Let me guess. You're thinking, I'll sort it later. Later gets people screwed. You've got 30 days. No doc.
So, guys, for those that are new to my channel and hear me shouting, as my people are entering and I'm greeting, I beg, make una no vex. Now, village community now we dey for here. You understand? So, if you dey expect decorum, outside kind of thing, you understand? Bourgeoisie moves, not be here. This not be your channel. You understand? So, we be village people when we say, would they our house, would they shout across the street? Make how you dey now your family, the children call. When my brother Tokumbo enter, Oga Tokunbo, good afternoon, sir. How na? You don't tell. I couldn't wonder, sir. I never see my brother for some time. Na so we dey do am for here. So in case you enter my channel and you dey vex, say why this girl dey talk over video? Na so we dey do am for here o. You understand? We be village people, largely village people. We get bourgeoisies for here, of course. You understand? Bourgeoisies like Rose and the rest. Rose now, they don dey understand, say, okay, na village community I dey for here. I have to tag along. You understand? So in case you are just entering and perhaps you wonder, you look, say, why is this girl always speaking over the video, interjecting and all of that? It's village things. So please don't be offended, don't be angry. If I've offended you before, I'm asking, using the opportunity to say, please forgive me, have mercy, but that does not mean I will not offend you again tomorrow. You understand? Because I be human being, I go offend you as far as I be human being. I'm not perfect, and I'm not even projecting any image of perfection. You understand? If you abuse me, I abuse you back. Na so we dey do for village. I no dey look person face. You understand? If wetin you tell me I no understand am, na insult, I see am as insult, immediately I respond with insult. That's how village people operate. So I just want to lay the ground rules in case for those that are just joining us. So now welcome. Abeg make una no forget to dey like, double tap your screen device to like, or click on the three dots on the side to like. You understand? Let's get this party going. All right, let's continue.
Mr. Come
The,
again.
the infighting is not yet over.
Hey, rich man, welcome.
Of the graveyard. With this particular development, it means that Fubara, if I were him, I will probably change my position or change that agreement because the lawmakers have reneged. We are then not told to return back to the house and maintain the status quo. But they, on their own, they have changed it. So Fubara is now free to say, look, based on this vitiating evidence, the agreement can no longer stand. Will you blame him? And maybe from there, Wike will not react again because he has seen Liberty as his vineyard where he can operate from. He doesn't want anybody to disagree with him over in that River State. And now that
Sorry, Mr. Tokunbo, yeah. So 11 of our pilot, 11, they said 11 people on board, including 2 pilots. So let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, 11 Nigerian personnel are currently being held by the Burkina Faso military regime in Bobo Dioulasso, southwest Burkina Faso, after their aircraft conducted an emergency landing while violating AES airspace. Yeah.
some people have decided to disagree with. That means the rough fight will continue. In the days to come, maybe more members will defect to PDP.
But Barrister, some analysts argue that Wike is the one behind all of this, that he asked the 17 people to go and the 10 people to remain so that he will have one leg in APC and one leg in PDP. Do you agree with them?
No, I don't think so. The people that went to PDP did that out of conviction.
The people that stayed back in the
Stayed back to PDP, they stayed out of conviction. They have realized that the road they are traveling Wike will not lead them to anywhere. Yes, that's the truth. And Wike has already known that he's losing out in APC because the relationship between Wike and Tinubu is no longer chumi-chumi.
No, Barrister, we'll take that again. What do you see? What gives you that?
The usual camadiri, the usual, master-servant relationship, I think is dying down gradually. Because of so many baggages that Wike is carrying, Tinubu is becoming embarrassed with the Wike. That is why with the land scandal in Abuja, with the houses in the US, and so many other things, Tinubu is becoming very, very reluctant in being too close to Wike. And so Wike is seeing it. And now he's looking for where to fall into. But a PDP that he has already destabilized, is that where he's going to? Who will answer him in PDP? Can a Wike go and use the name of PDP to campaign anywhere in Nigeria? Who will listen to him? I told you here that no evil lasts forever. Wike will soon realize that he's neither in APC or in PDP. That means he's nowhere. That's the truth. He's nowhere. Can he boldly come to PDP now, and be a leader of the entire PDP structure without a faction. It's not possible now. They can only lead a faction and not the whole PDP because nobody wants to listen to him again. He sold out. He betrayed himself and his party. So how can anybody trust him again? That is the irony of this thing he was doing. And I told him, look, Mr. Man,
I'm telling you,
forget about
Rose.
the backing you are getting from
Barrister
PDP.
Darlington is our darling here. We
Because
know they
before
take and
APC
play.
member, they will not give you a soft landing APC. After your tenure in
Is
Abuja,
it at the state level or at the national level?
state and national.
At the state level, he's in control of the APC already. Because Tony Okocha is his man.
Okay, in River State,
Yes, in River.
let him campaign with it now for you to know. Yes, let's get him campaign.
In APC.
Let him campaign. Whether anybody will listen to him in Rivers. One thing I like the River State people is that they are white. They don't know what to do when the chiefs are down. They know.
About the 10 people that left, that stayed back in the PDP, you know, technically a lot of people are saying, look, these people have now disagreed with Wike, you know, so that's why they are not joining others to the PDP. If you look at the names, talking about gender mainstreaming, 5 of them are women. And about 7 of them come from the Ikwe-speaking parts.
Oh yeah, Rose. Wow.
So does it speak to some form of, no, we don't want this? It's enough and all of that. Can we progress from that direction?
I just told you.
Because you talk about Omoma, Eche, Ikwe, Ahoda, all these are Obiakpo. These are, you know, upland people, and all of them are Igbo speaking like Ikwe, and they have this kind of affinity.
Good.
So does it speak to some form of
that is the Igbo blood in them. When the chiefs are down, they will take a stand. They will take a stand. Like the Igbo man that I know, they are independent minded. That's the truth. No matter how an Igbo man is following you, at a point, he will ask himself, what am I doing here? What exactly am I doing? Well, you know, so I am not surprised. I've told you before now that this is going to happen. Wike will lose that at the end of the day. These 27 lawmakers, they will not continue to follow Yushipishi forever. It's not possible now. It can never be possible.
Rose,
point,
wow.
They will realize they are naked, and that day their awareness will stop.
Barrister, I would like for you to hold on to your line of thought. There's an incoming call. Let's take the call. Hello, good evening, and thanks for calling in. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hey, did you know that SMUD is now paying Sacramento homeowners?
So my people, I'm going to show you something. After this video, I'm going to show you something really quick. Mona, she said this Burkina Faso thing is looking very suspicious by the day. I'm not even going to lie to you people. It's looking very, very suspicious by the day. There's a lot of information coming out. I wanted to pause that to say this.
Hello, good evening. Okay, unfortunately, we lost that call. Barrister, go ahead.
So let him not expect that everybody will dance around him. No. Those who sow in the wind will reap the wild wind. So we can definitely reap all the things.
Okay, I'm sorry, Barrister. The call is coming again. Hello, your name and where you are calling from? Hello, can you hear me? Unfortunately, we lost the call again. Barrister, land on your thought before.
So we can. If I were him, this is the time to go and begin to think in retrospect. Where is my political future leading me to? That is the truth. Where is my political leader, my political future leading me to? Because you can see APC people, they've distanced themselves from me. Mention any APC people that is following me. Mention. Have you seen any?
At the state level, at the national?
At the state and national. APC people, APC, for APC.
I'm sorry, Barrister. The call is coming again. So let's. Hello, good evening, and thanks for calling in. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good evening. This is Kane. I'm calling you from Lagos.
Oh, beautiful. Go ahead. 1 minute, sir.
You know, I want to totally, and I mean totally align with my friends, the analysts in the studio, Pastor Agomo. I want to reaffirm that Tinubu needs Mike for 2027 election in Port to win River State. And after that election, please write today's date. Everybody will pick Mike. The way Mike will fall. And the anointing that he has made so much enemy that when he's falling, nobody will watch his back. And believe me, everybody will love to see Mike cry. And that is where he's going to end after 2027. Please mark my word down. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do you think that the president will at one point turn his back at Mike?
What are for political survival? Because APC people will tell Tinubu, you either choose us or Wike. Look, don't worry. 2026 is here. As we enter into 2026, you will see some APC they will look at Tinubu defense and say, "Come on, it is either we or Wike." And what do you think will happen?
The president is
Eh?
one man who is not known to abandon friends halfway.
No, not when it comes to his political survival.
I mean,
Yeah,
we understand that he has
Michael,
quarreled with a lot
bam.
of people over time. You hear in
You
Lagos,
have a
he has
point
led up with
there.
all of this.
You are right.
You know the circumstances
I
under
agree
which he
with
was
you.
shown aside as deputy governor.
Mm.
And his name
That
is
is
William
definitely
Makinde.
Nothing
playing
is
a
cast
role.
on stone. At a point in time, things will
Because
change.
we are
When it happens,
defiant. We
things can
defy.
change.
Okay.
He need all these people.
We know
because
they
of
follow along.
Support for 2027.
And after 2027, do you think the president wouldn't need support anymore?
No, he may need them, but a weekend that has become a baggage, he will find a way to drop you because APC people will give a condition.
Okay.
Because the arrogance of Wike, they may not stomach it.
Do you think that the president dumped Ganduje after using him?
Is it not obvious? When did you see two of them talking together?
That he's chairman of NPA. He's still in government.
What is it NPA or airport? Abi?
Okay, yes, he's the chairman of, yes.
Nigerian Airways or something.
No, not Nigerian.
Nigerian,
one of those aviation agencies.
Yes. So have you seen any of them talking, like every time he's always in that sort of.
So what will he be doing in Nasarawa?
He's gradually distancing himself from such.
But he's still in government.
That is what I'm telling you. Those people will now see the handwriting on the wall that gradually they are losing out of favor. If you check, even Chetima, all because of public opinion. Yes, Tinubu is very, very mindful of public opinion on his appointees and ministers.
All right, but Barrister, let's get into the third topic, which is related to what we are discussing now. It's about politics and Nyesom Wike. A faction of the PDP, loyal to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, has announced plans to conduct state congresses and a national convention to elect new party officials. The factional board of the trustees, board of trustees, BOT chairman Senator Mao Wabunwa revealed this during a BOT meeting at Wike's.
We don't need this. Let's quickly switch gears to the other. Rose, you fell out. Can you hear me, Rose? Yeah. Happy is my audio around. Can you hear me, Rose? Whoa. Rose not to hear me. There's something I have to fix my device then. Because clearly, hold on, let me go into this. You can't. Oh wow. Let me go in here. Hold on. Wow, this is wild. Okay. Okay. 1 second. I'm switching device. Hold on 1 second. Can you hear me?
Speak again. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I think I can hear you now.
Oh my goodness. There's something wrong with my computer then.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you on this device. This is wild. Okay. Welcome, my sister.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. No, how are you? How have you been?
I'm good. I'm good. First of all, let me start by saying thank you, always, as always, for doing this. Never getting tired of doing it. Omoye, I beg no vex. I'm hearing an echo.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, let me mute so that you can speak. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll mute. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear me, all right.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you so much for, just never stopping, continuing, because the issue of Nigeria is it's like when I feel like we're taking 2 steps forwards, then we take 10 steps back. So sometimes, you know what I will do? I'll just come on your show, say a hi, do a like, make a comment just to give you support,
Thank
and then
you.
I will go because it just irritates me. Like, why would Tinubu do this nonsense? Why does this man even still have a shot? He is aiming for presidency. He shouldn't have a shot, all things considered. So it's just disheartening. And I'm not coming here to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not coming here to be negative, but he should not have a shot. He shouldn't have a shot. Omoye, people should be so disgusted. Let me mute. So I want to see if you can hear, if you've been hearing me.
I've been hearing you. I have to mute so to prevent the echo. So yeah, go ahead. I'm listening and I'm hearing you clearly.
In light of everything, when the biggest one is the whole insecurity. From the problem started when he took away the subsidies. Then now the insecurity. Then this man has the audacity. I think in January they're going to start the tax. So you can't provide security. You're imposing tax. How does this man still have a chance? Like, what is it going to take for the Nigerian people to, because like in the United States, people fight back. They fight back.
My sister.
What is it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my sister, see. The man that you have in Nigeria right now, that man is soulless. He doesn't care. He's ready to rule over ashes. You see this terrorism and banditry, they are the terrorists. The Nigerian government is the terrorist. Prince Adeyemi Abi, what's that man say? Adeshino, the man that contested under SDP the last election, he said it all. The APC government is the terrorist. You see how they are petting terrorists? You want citizens to come out and be slaughtered? Let me tell you, in Taraba State, is it Taraba State? Let me go here. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the right information. Taraba. Let me see. Let me see. Adamawa State. Guess what? Let me read this. This is a message sent to General General Snow on Twitter. Good afternoon, General Snow. It has happened to us, so I need your help on Twitter. There was a communal issue in my place between two communities. There were attacks and reprisals. The other community came to two of my villages in the early hours of the morning, burnt and pied people. My people also went to retaliate in the afternoon. While all this was happening, the Nigerian army nor the police showed up. Tell me why they arrived only after the entire conflict had ended and immediately imposed a curfew. The women began to revolt and insisted that the army was supporting the other side. These military men opened fire and pied 10 women. 4 pied on the spot, while the others pied on the way to the hospital. And at the hospital, right? This is aside from over 20 others who sustained bullet wounds. Lamode local government area, Adamawa. I need help to amplify this on Twitter so other news outlets can pick it up and get the attention of the government. We need justice for them. I can send the pictures. Now I can't even show the pictures. The pictures are gory. I can't even show it. I don't want to see it. Do you understand? This is the level. These are the types of people you are dealing with. I used to be the ones to say Nigerians. Omo, I've stopped saying it. Do you know the amount of bloodshed every day is flowing of river of blood in Nigeria? Every single day. I will not, and I cannot in good conscience now tell this. The government, this APC government does not care about the city. They are not there. They've made it clear. Why did this man have the audacity to... Oh, I didn't even know we had the fighter jets. I did not know Nigerians had this type of equipment. Look at the one I'm showing now on Twitter. If you can go to the video for a minute, just so you can see it, Rose. This is the C-130 down. This is Nigeria C-1. I don't know, so we get this kind of thing for Nigeria. This is the C-130 that was forced down in Bobo Dioulasso, Faso. Report says it was carrying sensitive cargo destined for Niger Republic. Burkina Faso is refusing to release the 11 crew members until Abuja explains why the flight had zero diplomatic clearance. AES air defenses now on maximum alert across the three countries. Is this the spark that finally drags ECOWAS and AES into open war? I can tell you the citizens are going to support AES. There's no chance ECOWAS is going to win that fight. Now, the next picture I'm going to show, this is from the handle Cecil D84, Sahel Revolutionary Soldier. Look at the location of Nigeria. Can you see the red mark? This is Nigeria here. Okay? Look at the location of Burkina Faso. Nigeria far from Burkina Faso. Look at where the aircraft was forced to land. Put the dots. This was not a brief, or this was not ordinary breach. It was serious, deliberate, and be no doubt it was espionage related. Nigeria comot, fly from Benin when they're supposed to. They say they want to go follow the fight for the sake of France. For there enter, wetin they go fight for Burkina Faso? If not be trouble. Do you understand? If not be trouble, they fight. Wetin they go fight for Burkina Faso? Not be trouble, be this one. Not be this man won't carry the whole of. They drag the whole of Nigeria enter. If they help France one fight battle when we don't know anything about. My sister, I will never. I not go call any Nigerian and say, oh, why Nigeria? We are losing people every goddamn day in that country. Every day. And now me and for preserve the lives of the rest. I beg. Go ahead, my sister. Sorry, I just wanted to make that point. Guys, please like, I beg. If you never like as you dey enter, like, I beg. Double tap your screen device or click on the three dots to like. Sorry, my sister. Rose, go ahead.
Thank you. No, thank you very much. I needed the explanation. Omoye, I kind of know, and that's why I say I get sad and discouraged, because it almost seems like we are helpless, like we're sitting ducks, like there's nothing we can do. The only thing that comes to my mind, let everybody forgive me if I sound stupid, let everyone forgive me if I sound like a dreamer. I don't want to believe we're helpless. But that's not the reality, like you said. I want to believe that there's some kind of strategy. Because how can over 200 million people be at the mercy of a few? There must be some kind of strategy. I don't know what it is. But you are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. A river of human
welcome, sir, Mr. Saji. Welcome. Oh, good to see you. Long time.
And that's why I say that.
I see your comments. I'll read it out in a minute.
Feel very discouraged. And my thing is that
welcome,
if we're
Festus.
at the mercy, if we're at the mercy of this animal, what happens? Because we do nothing, people are still being unalived. You do something, you're unalive. Who is the Messiah? This other one in the United States who's supposed to come. Where is he now? My uncle was saying that maybe they must be doing something through Congress or some kind of vote or whatever. But while we're waiting for this savior, which we shouldn't really be, it should be us, but we know that's not happening. Things are still happening. So it's just it's sad. It's very disheartening.
So let me say something, right? For me personally, yeah, this is just a personal thing, and I I appreciate what you're saying, and you're right to feel and say what you're. I understand the where it's coming from. Do you understand? There's no wrong. There's no sounding stupid. There's nothing. Everything is on the table. Rose, everything, even if you get any type of pushback, trust me, it's never ever going to be personal. You know what I mean? And I'm not referring to me, I'm just saying generally now, right? Here's the thing. The US is doing something. You know what they're doing? They've sent, because what Trump told Representative Morse asked them to do, he gave him the assignment. So he's doing the fact finding. He went to Nigeria to visit those same areas. Benue, I know he was in Benue. I saw pictures of him in Benue and videos of him meeting with the NSA. Is he NSA now? Nuhu Ribadu. And then he went to Benue. He met with the Tortiv, the traditional ruler in Tortiv, met the Archbishop. Is it Anagbe? That's his name. Yes, he met with everyone that's involved in this. So their gathering is fact finding for them first. Now, I saw a video earlier where they said after they gather those evidence, they go back 14 days. We're counting down now. Because you remember when Trump came out, left to Trump don't send people enter Nigeria. That one, Trump, no, you and I know, we live here. We know say the man, you don't send anybody, papa. If you don't send them. But because there's process involved, well, not all of us did this country now, right? When they don't do that fact finding, he's going to go back. They're going to talk about it. And don't forget, when we went to Washington, D.C. after the protest, there are people who stayed back. There are people who stayed back because they're still collecting facts on those that are suspected to be sponsors, those that are part of this whole process in government and private. They're giving names. They're doling out names to these people every day. There are people, those of us that stayed back in Washington, D.C., that are providing this information and have met with high-ranking members of the Senate. All right? So there's a lot that is going on that we cannot see right now until this fact-finding is completed. Then they will now decide on what to do. I believe that they're going to come in. You know what? Tinubu has made it very easy for them now. When Trump was saying he was coming, everybody started saying, we're a sovereign country. We're a sovereign country. He does not have a right. We don't want any foreign boots. We don't know. Everybody was shouting. What has Tinubu done? Tinubu, that was shouting, and his people that were shouting that we don't want any foreign boot. What did he do? He goes ahead, enters another sovereign country at the behest of a France that we don't have anything to do with. He has personal business with France. We don't, as a nation. He goes and fights his own Benin. They have the same descendants as Yoruba people. The man didn't give a damn. This is why I say this man is not Yoruba, first of all. He's not. Right? He was trying to invade Niger. The North stood. In fact, all of us in Nigeria stood. We said, no, we're not going to let you enter Niger. But guess what? This man went, immediately entered Benin Republic. He has given Trump a cue. He cannot say anything anymore. When they're going to enter the country and do what they need to do and deal with those terrorists, T-Pain and his minions will not have anything to say anymore. The trap, if it is a trap or whatever, he has fallen right into it. He has fallen right into it. You understand?
But
So
he's got to be incredibly stupid.
Well, thank you very much for the super chat, caller. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God, I really appreciate it. You know, easy to work for money. Country. Thank you. I really that place where you take that money now 1 million times you go get them back. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you very much. Go ahead. Sorry, Rose.
He's got to be incredibly stupid. Why would you even, once Trump gave the command, and that should have been it. And my thing is that since he is behind it, the U.S. should just get rid of Tinubu altogether because he's behind it. Get rid of him altogether. He doesn't need to be
Which Senate wants to get rid of him? Which Senate? Which Senate is going to get rid of Tinubu? The Senate is go ahead.
No, not the Senate. Not the Senate.
Okay.
The U.S.
Okay.
Because let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with ourselves. These superpowers they still control, they still can do what they want. The fact that Trump can even come in to be able to unleash havoc on these people causing us hell still shows that they have control. Remove him altogether. You understand me? Or am I
Absolutely. I agree with you. And there's some people some people that came from the protest that are pushing for that he should be completely removed, because he's not doing anybody. He's costing us. He's costing us everything. He's dragged Nigeria. I've never seen that. This is the lowest I've seen Nigeria get since I was born, at least since I have grown up. I mean, Nigeria never offered anything to me anyways, but even then was better than this. Tinubu has single-handedly, including his wife. His wife, first of all, was rude to a governor. His wife is busy humiliating himself, herself, and her entire lineage, first of all. Then the husband is dragging Nigeria through the mud. Tell me why your aircraft, what is your aircraft doing in Burkina Faso? So there are people that are pushing for him to be completely removed, right? And let me just quickly say, Mr. Jagun, Mr. Soji, I disagree with you. Nigerians are not helpless. I'm sorry to say that. Nigerians are not helpless. If Nigerians were helpless, the amount of push and the amount of talk and the amount of screaming and there are people behind the scenes that have been doing what they need to do to bring these matters in the to the forefront, we would not have gotten there. So I disagree. You cannot be we cannot push ourselves and our people out there to go and be slaughtered for free. I just read to you now. Women are supposed to be protected. What happens? They slaughtered 10 women for protesting with leaves. We have over 300 children that were kidnapped. They said 50 ran away. The remaining 300 are still in capture. Your NSA came out and said they shouldn't worry about those in capture. They are okay. That is the level of I do not give a damn about you that I've ever seen. Mind you, there are 3-4-year-olds. People who do not care for children or care for women or the vulnerable, you think they're going to care for people marching on the streets? You will just give up yourself. If you are ready to just go early to go and meet your maker, go to Nigeria and say you want to protest. Do you see what they are doing with people that are protesting? Forget, most of these things are not making it to the news. Most of these things are not making it to the news. They shut it down. People, they are unaliving people. Do you know EFCC figures show up for people's houses, compound, they all break door open. So in the process, some of them go buy hypertension, that shock. Some people go buy for inside. The ones when they go brutalize till they buy go there. What are we talking about? No, I beg. I'm not following. I talk that one again. Say, oh, Nigerians. No, they're not. They are not. There have been people who have been working on this for a long. I didn't even know. So no, I refuse. And I don't want to see more young people, because guess what? It is the young people that are suffering the most. They are the ones that they are unaliving the most, the young people. What do the elders have against young people? What do they have? How can you be eating your young? Hey, God, I'm not ever going to say Nigerians are lie. They are not weak. Anybody that wants to fight, they should get their behind from the diaspora and go and lead it. Showore is there every day, going out. You think it's easy? It's not. Anything can happen to Showore tomorrow, even though some people will say...
Showore left his family. Showore
yeah,
2 children and a wife.
Exactly. He's been protesting every single time. Protesting. Look at how overwhelming it has become. Please, anybody that wants to protest, Jagun, if you want to do it, please go to Nigeria, raise the flag and go and do it. We will support you from here. Young people will not die for Nigeria again. I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. Young people will not. Now they are saying, that they want to, what's it called? The people that went to do NYSC, they are going to make sure they sign them up to go and fight. Hey, God, I beg.
Imagine.
People, children, when they're born, they never put their own children in front. Oh, Sheyi Tinubu is there. He should first of all sign up and let them give him the tools to be in front. All the senators should have their children in front before you call on the Nigerian populace. Apart from that, tax is coming January. They are squeezing the lives of people to help Britain and France. You think on top of that one, these young people don't have jobs. They have to create every single thing for themselves. Then on top of that, you want them to come and put their bodies on the line. For who? If any diaspora wants to go and fight, they should carry flag, go to Nigeria, not be internet. Go to Nigeria, march on the ground and go and fight. Ha! I beg. Enough is enough. Eh? To resign, exactly. It was the US that made the demand for the former chief of minister of defense to resign. I don't know if we have a new chief minister of defense, CDS Musa. That's what his name is, right? His name is Musa. They made him minister. It was on the call of the US because they know how compromised the politicians are, right? The Badru guy that was there before was saying that the weapons cannot penetrate those that are in the bush, in the forest. This is how dumb. These are the dumb people. Look at Matawale, unqualified. They are demanding for Matawale to be removed. They are still playing politics in that one. They are thinking, oh, let's just see whether we can go get this under the radar. It's not going to get under the radar. Matawale has to go. That man is heavily compromised. The names of the 23 names that they published recently, I can tell you for free, those people are not even the real people that are sponsoring these terrorists. They're probably front people. The main people are the politicians. Their names will still come out. We are here. They said they can't deal with the people they believe are ruining the system. Exactly. I beg go. It's not our heritage to oppress our young go. I'm sorry. Where I come from is not my heritage. So I can't even align with that thought process. Maybe people, we have different cultures in Nigeria. Where I come from, you have a voice. You can talk your own talk. Okay? People will allow you share how you feel. Right? There are places where the respect is dysfunctional. You respect people into the grave. There are places like that. Where I come from, you not feel use money, take do people anyhow. If you feel you have money and you're saying because you have money, people should. The people will tell you to your face how much you give me, how much you get when you say you fit talk to me anyhow. Chop your money. That is the kind of place I come from. So I cannot go along with that thought process. I'm sorry. There are people who have that, tradition. It's okay. You understand? Hey, for those who have those tradition, they can speak on it, but that's not my own reality. Tinubu will go for third term. After him, his son. Yep, that's the plan. That's what his plan is. These people, these terrorists are the ones that he was planning to use for his election 2027 that has blown up in his face right now. It is. Those are the people he has that are waiting in the wings. That's why he was confident. That's why all the governors are decamping. Because they're too sure for them. Say, yes, now we get time. 2027. The thing now don't blow up for their faces. You don't have to know, Soji. That's okay. It's not every time you will know, right? It's funny. It's funny to you. You have every right. It's okay for it to be funny to you, right? I know I'm sounding very funny right now. That's okay. I'm happy you find it funny, right? And it's funny talk to you. I'm very happy, right? You don't have to know how what I'm saying is going to solve the issue. The question is, what are you doing to solve the issue? That's the question, right? So I'm not ignoring the obvious. How am I ignoring the obvious? There's no obvious to ignore, Oga. If you want to protest, carry your flag, go back to Nigeria, lead the protest. Then, yeah, we can talk. Sorry, Rose, go ahead. Sorry.
No problem. Thanks for talking. I don't know. See, again, this is just me talking. There is wishful thinking and there's reality thinking. And I don't know if this is appropriate to say on YouTube. Stop me. But I would try to be as cautious. From this point forward, what I was talking about, in fact, I wasn't talking about anything because I felt helpless. But I don't think protest is the way. I do not think that protest is the way.
Thank you. Absolutely. I don't feel that way too. But go ahead. Yeah.
I don't feel that protest is the way. But I think going forward for future generations, maybe I will do a movie about it. Did you ever watch Dexter?
Dexter's Laboratory? Is that the cartoon thing?
Omoye, can you hear me?
Oh, sorry. Dexter's Laboratory?
No, that's the cartoon.
Okay.
That's the cartoon.
The cartoon
Dexter.
I know.
No, okay, you don't know the other Dexter. If you watch
Is it a
Dexter,
show? I think I've seen it's like a show, right?
It was a big hit show.
Okay, I never watched it, but I think I saw like the commercial for it. Yeah, I never watched it.
Okay, you know what? Go look at it. I can't say certain things because again, I don't know what the rules are in YouTube.
Right.
Go look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go, if you watch the first episode or the second episode and see what happened to him and what made him do what he did,
Mm-hmm.
you will understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Going forward, like I said, this is more like wishful thinking. Going forward, Nigerian youth and Nigerian people have to find another way.
Absolutely.
And it's not protest, but I can't tell you, I can't say certain things
right
on YouTube. And that's where I talk about where strategizing comes in, where covert organization comes in. Because how can a people be sitting ducks over useless human beings like this? And those actions, I'm telling you, were done in America.
Right.
They were done to certain people in America. We had one recently that took a stand. It wasn't to a president, it was to a CEO. That is what it's going to take.
I saw that. I saw the one about the CEO, the health one.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
so
the healthcare one.
Exactly what you know exactly what I'm talking about.
But let me just quickly mention this. But you do know that as a people, right? There's a way we came. There's the DNA wise, right? We don't have those types of whatever wired into our DNA. I don't know if you know what I don't want to say
Omoye,
too much.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Omoye, I disagree with you. I will push back a little bit on you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
How come these people are, look at the lack of respect for human life that Nigerian, and it's not just the soldiers, it's do you know when you're in Nigeria, when I first came back to America, right? Me and my brother, we used to run across the street. We started laughing. When we were crossing the street, we ran. Until we started to realize this is a civilized place. They don't see you and be driving. Nigeria, you're crossing the street, they will be driving you very quickly. There is no respect for human life. Look at the way people are unaliving each other for money, all kinds of things. If they have all that type of energy for their fellow human being, they can do that. Look at what their soldiers are doing. No conscience. There's no Okay, look at those women you said they did that to. Okay, you have your orders. Why do that to them? Okay, worst case scenario, beat them up. Push them in the bush. Why do you have to unalive them? So if they have that type of spirit in them, why can't that same spirit be
That's training,
transferred?
though. That's training. The people that did this are military people, right? Soldiers.
Okay, I forgot about that. That's a good point. That's a good point.
So for people who they were trained, because if you look at, let's say, the little bit about history that we know about slavery, right? There were people that fought back. Yes, they were, right? Okay. For those who fought back and those who chose to, because what you have to realize, there were coons A lot of coons came up during slavery, and that's why they were able to sell that many slaves, and they were selling each other out because they were coons, right? They were using the worst, the most vulnerable, the most greedy, corrupt ones to sell off hand. Then you had those that they trained militarily, right? They had military officers, all those policemen. Like the police that we have in Nigeria is structured as a colonial police. So that's why they're very brutal. They still have the same tactic. It hasn't changed. They haven't changed their tactics. It's the same thing from before independence, I mean, from during slavery time up until now. They never change or revamped it, right? So they don't see you, they see you as the enemy. That's how the police operates. That's how the military at some point in Nigeria was actually very effective because, they were able to carry out coups, take out whatever and all of that, right? Okay. Now, over time, they now turn the military into like a personal military for themselves, for their own selfish ambitions. That's what we're seeing play out right now. For instance, for Tinubu, he has the military in his pocket. He has the police in his pocket. He has the Senate in his pocket, right? So that's why I said that it's not hardwired. Because we don't go to places and colonize, for instance. We don't have that mindset to go to other people's homes and want to take over everything. You understand? Like back then, especially where all this mayhem was happening. So some of those things for when we reference the guy that did the healthcare guy, right? You'll be surprised. That person get lineage when Papa don't fight First World War, Second World War, Third World War. You understand what I'm saying? It dey inside their DNA. In fact, for Europe that time, they fight it na survival of the fittest. If you not fit fight, you're on your own or they will cook you, barbecue you. You understand? But not be the same. And they fight many wars. But you cannot compare that to a country like maybe Nigeria. Be say everybody small tribe. You get your own small community. The worst they will do to you is banish you if you do too much now, right? We'll say. Rose, we'll call your name Rose 3 times. Call your family member, sit down. We'll say now you're banished or yeah, move out of the community, right? That's the worst they will do. You understand? Even if they take slave, say they want to take person as slave, right? It's for payment of debt. So okay, you couldn't pay up. All right, let your pikin come and walk off, or let you come and work on my farm until you pay off. There was no nailing to the something, tying to the tree, and all of that. You understand? Even when, if you read Things Fall Apart for Chino Achebe time, back then, life was very sacred. They don't take life play. They take life play, right? So during that Okonkwo time, remember when they came Funa, when Okonkwo had to buy Ikeme Funa, it was a very dampening. I mean, even me when I watched the movie, I cry. It was dampening, like that's how much they reverence life. So fast forward to now, you can't expect people who maybe not inside their DNA now to not get to a point where they act like that. Even if you see people that act like that, they've had training, or maybe they grew up outside of the country, got training in their camps, right? Maybe worked as military people or whatever. You now see that thing go change them inside. You understand? So I mean, that's what I think. I could be wrong. I don't know it all. I'm just saying.
I know.
Right?
You are correct. I'm starting to understand a lot of things that I did understand before. So you are on point with that, and that could be where the issue is. But I think what now has to evolve is that there was something that Traore said in one of his speeches. He said, because we live in a predatory world, because we found ourselves amongst these savages, we no longer, unfortunately, we can't be the way we were. That's why, now, what Traore is now training his people to have certain type of power, certain kind of ammunition, certain kind of stuff, because he knows that it's not enough to develop my nation. Because have you noticed, this useless pale-skinned Macron, how come he's not going anywhere in Korea? He's not messing with Korea. He's not messing with Russia. There's certain places they don't mess with because they know those ones. He didn't go to Iran. Those places all have oil and resources. He doesn't mess with them. who are the people he's coming to? You know, so he said now that we you want to say something?
Yeah, so I wanted to quickly react to that. That's exactly my point. Why is he not messing with those people? Because those people get him inside. If you there's a movie I saw about the what's it called? Ah, what's the name of it? It's an Asian, it's a Chinese movie, it's a dynasty type of movie, right? Where they talking about a particular dynasty. Is it the main dynasty? I can't remember. One of these dynasties. People they fought they fight to take land, to take every, so it's already in them. They cannot mess with people like that. That's why you will not find French in the plus they've gotten to Vietnam. Vietnamese people show them pepper because there's some parts of Vietnam that speaks French, remember? Okay. So they not fit go there. Why do you think that everybody keeps coming is Africa, Africa, Africa? It's because of the fact that we don't have that innate ability to be vile. That is why. Go ahead.
I think what it is that it started that way, but look at what this man is doing now. Traore, you know why he was going to Russia? There was an exchange thing. He's having his own people learn about nuclear weapons. He wants them trained. He says we have to protect ourselves. And you know something now, they don't even like that Africa's getting that.
Yeah.
Because they know that once Africa gets that, because the Vietnamese you're talking about, they didn't start that way. You remember, Vietnamese are indigenous people. If you've noticed, this is really...
I understand. So I didn't get to the point of Ibrahim Traore. Yes, what he's doing now is what is expected of every African leader, because we are endangered species even on our land, right? That's what Traore is doing. All that, him going to, I saw all of that, right? That is what should be happening. But for Nigerians, we haven't gotten there because we don't have the right type of leadership. I know
that part.
Go ahead.
No, that part I understand. That part I totally understand. That's why I'm saying that from this point going forward, that hopefully, if we get good leaders, that this will be the new route. Because if not, it will be the same recurring decimal. Because the fact that this beast, this hideous looking thing, can get in office again, then his son, the same thing over and over, means that it will just continue to be like that. So, like, hopefully, if this is cleared up, if we could only get a leader, but even if we don't, there's this hope. This is why I love Traore, the AES nation, so much, because finally we're seeing Black men who stood on business, who are doing something and taking back their country and making it so difficult. That's why you see what Barrington said. That man is so funny. See what Barrington said. He said, well, Macron says, well, at least he has been a republic left. He knows these other people. And while we're talking about these other nations, me and my uncle were talking. I'm not really sure how the U.S. will fare, but I don't know if he's going to succeed. Tinubu is going to succeed because the AES seems to be a very strong unit. So even if you're using Benin Republic, they know these other people are watching. They know what you're doing. I don't think they're going to stand for it. And remember, they have the backing of Russia. I'm not really. I know China is with them, but at the same time, China is saying something to the U.S., so I'm not really sure where China stands. And I know
it's not China, North Korea. They have North Korea.
You mean North Korea for Burkina Faso?
AES, yeah. Remember when they were?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's not China so much. They're not really doing much with China. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So with the backing of those people, and you know how sophisticated their military and everything is, plus also too, I don't even want to sleep on Burkina Faso, because even, I know I talk about Traore a lot, but even Assimi Goïta, he's another one who is a force. So if Nigeria wants to carry their trouble over there, I don't know how that one is going to work because those people don't seem to be weak. They seem to be ready to fight. My uncle said that they will finish Tinubu because you see the Nigerian people, they're kind of like the Northerners. They're kind of similar in culture and background, so they will stand for each other and defend each other. So I really don't know how it's going to work for them. And the other thing I wanted to ask is, forgive me, I'm not versed in politics, but if this guy is encroaching and helping Benin Republic, I'm curious, unless there's a covert, because I know Traore is you won't see him coming. But I'm curious as to why did the AES, okay, they stopped the aircraft, but they haven't stopped it because still going to come after them. I'm wondering why the AES has not come down on Nigeria, seeing that they're trying to encroach into their territory, because that's the whole point of this whole Benin thing. It's not, when did he ever care about anybody? So why would you go there and stop the coup all of a sudden? That has something to do with France. I think he's trying to appease Macron. Maybe Macron gave him some money or whatever. So I'm just curious as to why the AES is not doing anything, or maybe they have a plan and they're just staying silent.
Yeah, it's possible they have a plan and they're just staying silent. Remember the what's it called? The jet that was held down by the fight. Is it fighter jet or which one? Now, yeah, that landed in Burkina Faso all of a sudden, right? The Burkina Faso forced to land with 11 Nigerian personnel, right? It's part of it. And even the AES has said their airspace. I think they're trying to prevent any unauthorized person from crossing over their airspace. That's their way, sort of. But they might be staying quiet because they want to watch things unfold, right? So that their names will not be mentioned now. You don't want them to come out because they are, the main goal is to try and get these AES countries back. So they too have to be monitoring the situation. But I think I don't know. Let me not project any things, but they might just be observing for now. In the upcoming days, we will know for a fact what's. And by the way, the coup is not over yet in Benin Republic. Apparently, the president, I hear is it Talon or whatever his name is, he's in Nigeria. They say he's in Nigeria, hiding in Nigeria, whatever. And then the people that did the coup, they're trying to negotiate with them. And the guy said, no, Tigri. He said, no, he's not accepting any deal. Okay? So that coup is not over in Benin. And meanwhile,
good.
And meanwhile, the Nigerian people, the APC government pied some people in Benin. So, it's not looking very friendly. Let me quickly respond to some comments here. Soji, if you are doing something in the background, that's okay. That's good. That's very good. That's all that needs to happen. Everybody get work to do. So the geographical location does not belong to one person alone. So yeah, that's fantastic. I don't have to have an idea of what you are doing. As long as you are doing something, that's okay. No need for the aggression towards thinking. I don't understand. Towards which thinking? Okay, if you find me, if you think, and if that's your perception that I'm aggressive towards it, okay, it's okay. I admit I'm I own it with my full chest. What's there not to be aggressive about in Nigeria? I have to be aggressive about what's going on in Nigeria. In fact, if you're not aggressive, there's something wrong. I'm aggressive. I have to be. Nigeria has made me like that. I was born in that country. If I'm not aggressive, then there's a problem. If you think I'm aggressive, I own it to my full chest. Thank you for calling it out. I appreciate it. Yeah, we have to be aggressive to get what we want. People that own their own countries and are running things, they were aggressive to get it. They had to be. So while we are busy here trying to speak English, cross T's, dot I's, people are moving on with their life, building AI, doing things. Their youths are doing amazing things in the world. So yeah, sir, thank you very much, sir. I am aggressive and I own it. Thank you. Hey. Tribal loyalty is another problem. Yep. Most of us have refused to hold him, but they can't hold him accountable now. I want Emilocons. The Emilocons among them. Of course, They can't. They cannot. Cats don't hold their tongue now because the man is taking them to the gutter. By the time Tinubu is done, oh my goodness, they have blind loyalty to him. Absolutely, he's playing safe. He has no. Of course, he has no mandate. Eh? Uh-huh. Yeah, we can never have full agreement. Like, I don't even intend to have full agree. I am not here for anybody to agree with me. And I also know that I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. I'm learning on the go. Do you understand? So we will never have full agreement to anything. We might not even agree, which is okay. We don't even have to have 1% agreement. We don't have to. Do you understand? We don't have to agree. So we need agreement of just 10% in order to move. We don't even have to agree. I've gotten to a place now where we need to divide the country. Let everybody answer their father's name. Please. The hurt is too much. Let everybody answer their father. That is where I am now. Otherwise, since 1999, we as a people have been standing still. I don't know about you. Me, I've not been standing still. My own family and people that I know, they've not been standing still. Okay? Those people that were not in government, that were working hard to put food on their family's table, and the rest of them, they've not been standing still. Maybe for some people in Nigeria, they've been standing still. But those of us that come from farm, from village, we have not been standing still. Okay. We were never radicalized through an independent struggle, unlike exactly Kola Bam. We were never radicalized. We never fought to get independence. We negotiated our way. So we've not developed that skill within us. Do we have the capacity? Every human has capacity to do evil. But that's that thing that will say, let's fight for our nation, fight for our, we never exercise that muscle, right? Yeah, Kola, you're right about that. Welcome, my brother. And thank you again for the super chat. I really, really did grateful. John, welcome. I don't know what they say no to. There's too much talk. I can't still hear any of you giving a solution to the listener. Rolandi, go and sit down and find solution on your own. Everybody's on your own right now. Or everybody on your own. Sit down, think. What can we do about Nigeria? Find solution. Come and type it for us. We too, we are looking for solution. Okay? So if you are coming here to look for solution, you might get, you might not get. We are just having conversation here. You understand? It will be nice too for you to have solution. Put it in the comment section. We will say, oh, alas, yes, solution. No. You understand, Rolandi? As long as you are Nigerian, no, please also provide solution for us. Thank you. Senate gone, Supreme Court gone, military gone. We are finished completely. Completely. No checks, no balances. Tinubu has finished Nigeria. Hey. You understand? So this looks like personal talk about Nigeria. If it's not personal to you, Roland, I don't know what else it will be. It's personal to all of us here, right? That's why we are here. So I don't know. Make it personal also. North Africa kick them out violently. Yeah, exactly. You know? We are united. We care more about our tribes than the country, which is true. That's very evident. We're not united. AES are the true leaders of the continent. Absolutely. He had Benin Republic and Ivory Coast. Yep. He's been trying to get back to Senegal. Yep. The resources from these countries, prop France. Yep. Yep. They betrayed Benin. Exactly. The same descendants, unfortunately. They didn't stop up for their brothers in Benin. They didn't stand. You betrayed. Okay, Rolandi. That's not what we are talking about. Please, let's stay on track. Okay, we don't know whether we wake up tomorrow and everywhere go they catch fire for Nigeria. We never know because where Tinubu don't carry us enter now. We don't know. So please, let's avoid this sectarian conversation for now. I understand. In as much as I understand everybody's sentiment, all of us get sentiment for that country. Burkina Faso should jail them all. Kola, the people are telling the Burkina Faso president to deal with the 11 personnel that landed in their country. We'll see what will happen. Use the link now. Soji, use Mr. Soji, use the link. Okay, maybe it's not letting. Okay, I'll share it in a minute. I'll share it to you I'll share it to you in on WhatsApp. I think that's you. I don't know why it's not. Nigeria is a country full of many nations. Exactly. You understand? Sooner or later, Nigeria will be divided into many. That's what I want. It needs to be divided. It really needs to. We're so different in that country. We're so different, honestly. For me personally, the North should be on their own. There's no way. Their religion does not work with futuristic, transformational ideas. They should stay in that corner where they are. The rest of us can decide, let's do regional. If we don't want to do regional, everybody enter your father's house. I'm off. I'm there. Anything that's going to solve our problem in that country, I'm there. If it's divide, let's all divide. Everybody share Gary and go. I beg. Let me share my link really quickly to you. So, let me see. Okay, I'll send it to your WhatsApp, Mr. Jagun. I've sent it to your WhatsApp. Okay, Rose, can you still hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, so that's it. That's there's one more video I wanted to play. I hope it's there speaking English in it. Fueled coup in Benin, break in Nigeria and France, US analysis. I don't know.
Welcome to Nigeria, the only country in Africa that is fighting against the liberation of the African continent.
I'm telling you.
The only country that is against the liberation of the African continent.
As this breaking news comes in, Jackson.
Welcome to Nigeria, a country that cannot solve its problem, insecurity issues, but choose to send their efforts to another African country to fight them because they want to liberate their people from the French colony. Welcome to Nigeria, a country known for its eye service, banditry everywhere,
serious eye service,
kidnappings everywhere. They cannot send their efforts to those bushes to attack them, but they choose to quickly intervene. That they have foiled, according to the news I'm getting as of today, 8th of December 2025. Welcome to Nigeria, where illegality, injustice, lies has become a normal thing in Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria, where kidnappers are now celebrities, where bandits are now celebrities in Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria, my people. This is Nigeria for you.
A sixth bombing raid by foreign air forces on little Benin and its beautiful capital city. Doesn't sound to me like the coup is over. What do you think?
Thanks for having me back on. Yes, this was a really shocking day. We woke up this morning with the news that there was a coup underway in the country of Benin, the coastal country of Benin, which is extremely important to the rest of the Sahel Alliance states, the AES states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, because it would give them unimpeded access to a major port in the Sahel area. So this was shocking to me. I don't really know what to make of this coup that took place in the early morning hours, because sometimes these African coups take place, but it's actually the French that are backing these coups and they want to shift around the leaders. But it appears as though this was an entirely real sovereign effort led by the Lieutenant Colonel Tigri in Benin. And within a few short hours, we had the airwaves, the national TV broadcast airwaves, taken over by the coup leaders. There was about 13 men that led this effort, all of the military. And not too long after that, we received all of these French-based reports from AFP and other French outlets saying that the coup was over. And that was in the very early morning hours. Again, I want to stress that. That was a long time ago. They claimed the coup was over. Everyone had been arrested. Some people were even saying that these coup d'etat leaders had been killed in the clashes that were ongoing in the capital city. That turned out to be a bunch of lies because, as you just said, there were 6 airstrikes in the capital, at least 6 bombs that went off. Local sources are saying that it sounded quite clearly like airstrikes, and it would make sense because not only has there been a French surveillance aircraft above the capital city of Benin all day, but there were 3 Nigerian aircraft that entered into the country and were circling over the capital city during the time in which these loud explosions took place. I would presume that they were trying to locate and then target the coup leaders. Some were saying that these coup leaders were on the run. Again, some were saying they were arrested, and some of the other ones were on the run. What we do know is that the Lieutenant Colonel Tigri, who led the effort, was not arrested in the early morning hours. He made a statement late in the afternoon saying that he demanded the supporters of the coup to get out in the streets in protest against the French-backed president. And a lot of people did do that. So it's very, very disheartening to see that Nigeria is taking their dictates from a random white guy in Europe who has an approval rating of like 5% amongst his own population. And they're doing his bidding by now going and airstriking, presumably, innocent people that are just fighting for their sovereignty in another African nation. We also saw today that ECOWAS, which is an imperialist tool in Africa, and the African Union, another imperialist tool, both condemned this coup effort. But I fully stand by it, and I hope for the best. I hope that they make it out alive, and I hope that they are able to assert sovereignty in Benin once more.
And of course, the puppet president has not been seen, has he? Not a still, not a video, not a word on the radio. That doesn't sound like someone who's firmly in power, does it?
Of course not. It sounds like he's trapped like a rat somewhere in the capital city. Whether he's trapped by his own security forces or whether he's trapped by the coup leaders, I guess, is yet to be determined. But you would think that if this coup failed and everyone was arrested, you would have at least someone from his administration who would have come out on national television and said that simple fact, given a statement. But all that we saw was the interior minister from the Talon government, who's the former or current president.
Kola, exactly.
He went out on private TV airwaves, not the national syndicate that was taken over in the morning by the coup leaders, and he gave a statement. And as for the president, you're correct. No one knows where he is. No one has seen him. There hasn't been any phone calls from him, any media appearances, any videos, nothing whatsoever. So I guess we're still waiting for the answers on that.
And what do you make of this, Tinubu? The Nigerian armed forces are being offered help from Donald Trump. So difficult are they finding it to protect their own people from ISIS and its chapter there, Boko Haram. So the Nigerian military can be spared to go and attack their neighbor, but they can't keep peace and stop ISIS in their own country.
Bam.
What kind of president is that?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, Tinubu has very long-standing ties in the United States. Max Blumenthal and David Hundeyin, who's the latter is a Nigerian journalist, very famous, did a brilliant piece on Tinubu in the Gray Zone. Everyone should read it, about Tinubu's ties to cocaine trafficking networks in Chicago in his earlier years. So this is the type of guy that we're dealing with, in bed with the CIA, in bed with all these narco trafficking units. But of course, the West backs up the real narco terrorists like Tinubu, who, as you point out, are ignoring, I would say, the assault on their sovereignty by Western-backed terrorists like Boko Haram. Also now, JNIM, another terrorist organization linked with Al-Qaeda, has also entered into Nigeria. They have been causing a lot of chaos in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger the past few years. And what is the goal here? Well, the goal is to try and take as many of the resource-rich regions in these countries, in particular in Nigeria, and the U.S. will cry foul. They'll say that Christians are being genocided, even though Christians and Muslims are being killed in very high rates. Actually, far more Muslims are being killed than Christians in Nigeria. And then Eric Prince or some other private military contractor will get to send in their mercenaries to Nigeria, and they will take up all of the resource-rich land, the mineral-rich land, the gold-rich land in Nigeria, and illegally steal all of the resources. As for the question of why can't he do anything about this threat in his own country, in Nigeria, but he launches all these airstrikes or these planes in Benin the moment there's a coup, there's a simple answer for that. President Macron of France gave a call to Tinubu today under the guise that there was a new offensive led by the Boko Haram terrorists in Nigeria. He made an emergency call, and apparently it wasn't about Boko Haram, because if it was, I'd imagine those fighter jets would have been used to do targeted airstrikes, hopefully on the terrorists, but instead they were used to go into violate the sovereign airspace of Benin and presumably strike the coup leaders.
Now, as you mentioned, Narco Rubio and his administration are again steaming towards Venezuela. The Dwight D. Eisenhower aircraft carrier has withdrawn from port in the last few hours and begun steaming towards the Caribbean. The shills of Narco Rubio are trumpeting that it's on.
Okay, so that's about what we need to get from there, actually, because he was talking about other things. Okay, so yeah, yep. Maddie, welcome. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, cemetery, my sister, cemetery. Now, in Nigeria, be every day they are burying people. God forbid. Hey, nobody should willingly give themselves up to be slaughtered in Nigeria. No. Welcome, Mr. Jagun. Greetings to you. Welcome.
My sister.
Welcome.
Thank you, my sister.
Yes.
And I really appreciate the discussion and your effort, your ongoing and very formidable efforts at maintaining and growing your stance on the fact that we have to look at ourselves as individuals. Rose, I also thank you for your comments. I agree with a lot of what you are saying. And you, like myself, my only expertise on Nigeria is that I'm a Nigerian. And I've been looking at this country for an awfully long time. And it's the same rubbish that maintains itself in that country. The reason why I said we only need 5% agreement, it's very important what I'm saying. We only need 5% because we're not going to agree. So our aggression, we all have it. You think I don't have it? I have a lot of aggression. I came into this country with aggression. You know, that's not the problem. The problem is our ignorance within our aggression. I don't believe we can do anything in that place called Nigeria as Nigerians without some level of agreement. It is that agreement that would use as a policy to grow. And it's that growth that will take rubbish out of our system. Rubbish is endemic in our system. And it's not just our system, it's our people. We have been fed rubbish since we were born. Since we were born, we've been fed rubbish. Do we think that rubbish is not nourishing us to be rubbish in ourselves? We have to take a look in the mirror, I'm afraid. We have to do it every morning. Not that we've done it once and then we didn't do it again. No, we have to do it regularly. Why? Because our country and our people are at stake. Now, you say that you come to the point of disintegrating Nigeria. Me personally, I understand that level of frustration 100%. I have toed and froed between the two thoughts. Is this a country? It's not a country. How can we have any allegiance to a nation that is not a country? We can't. So we revert to our tribal auspices in order to make sense of our surroundings. Well, I'm afraid when we have an international obligation as a country, we're not going to get anywhere like that. Also, God has blessed us. There's no Nigerian that doesn't know God has blessed us with the amount of wealth, with the amount of brain power, with the amount of culture that we have in such a country called Nigeria. Yet, we are beguiled by complete corruption, not just within the polity. I mean, corruption is not thievery. Corruption is deeper than thievery. It means our heart and soul is has spoiled. We don't know our duty to our brother, to our neighbor, to our we don't know our duty. We have no idea. Sometimes I listen to Nigerians and I think, there is no way that this emancipation that we need in our country is going to happen. It's not going to happen like this. I would like a conversation that goes towards solving our problems in real terms, in understanding that the geopolitics that is concerned in Nigeria is global. Everybody wants a piece of Africa, and Nigeria is the only country that is strong enough to stop that. And we all agree that Nigeria generally, especially at the political level, is doing nothing to stop that. The only people who are encouraged to stop it are individuals. That's not good enough to stop any geopolitics from taking place on our nation.
Excuse me.
I'm going to stop there.
I just wanted to ask, and I'm asking respectfully. I'm not trying to be rude. What is your suggestion, if you have any?
I have many suggestions. I don't say that they're necessarily accurate or they're the ones that would actually do the thing. But I'm involved in that crazy country called Nigeria. I'm involved. And my involvement prior to this dispensation of Tinubu's is largely economic. It comes from a business angle. Now, I can't play my business role with the state Nigeria is in. The people that can come in to fix Nigeria in terms of its infrastructure, because infrastructure, Nigerians are easy to find agreement, and infrastructure all over the country would have Nigerians becoming one. What I say is similar. I've come to the point where it's similar to what Omoye is saying in terms of, you see that core north, it needs to be cut out of Nigeria. You see the south of Nigeria, they need to become one politically. We like fighting against each other in that south, and our fight is not as bad as the fight against the north, but we're not really doing that fight. The middle belt, they will come to our side based on the fact that they are not the north. We have taken on the geography that the Europeans left, which is not geography at all. We have taken on that geography to call the middle belt the north. It's not the north. They're not the same people. In fact, they have more affiliation with us in the south than them in the north. I can break it down. I know the history of the Yorubas. I know the history of the Benins. I know some of the history of the Easterners, the Igbos. And I know the affiliation and the tradeship that we have with the middle belt indeed. What is going on is that this Islamic aspect of our country is a danger. In fact, I believe that there are only two real dangers in Nigeria, and that is the northern Islamists and the eastern Biafrans. I think these two things are big problems that we're not really able to have this conversation because it's too difficult for us. We find difficult conversations something to be ignored as opposed to be something brought on the table. When Omoye says that, I put it to you that we in that Africa, we in that Nigeria, I will speak for Yorubas, in the Yoruba land, we have a big problem with the oppression of our younger ones, with the oppression of people who have smaller voices. We have a big problem. Omoye wants to say, we don't have that problem in my town. That's nonsensical because you're a minority. Now, when I say you're a minority, I don't mean your people are a minority. I mean whoever finds themselves in a position where they are not suffering the major problems of Nigeria, you're a minority. And it's not that your minority doesn't have a voice, but if you are living in a consciousness of alleviated practices that should have us understanding better, then you have to come out and speak within that frame. Not to say that I am this individual that doesn't have the obvious problem of the oppression of our young ones as part of our culture. I have always said that our culture, the cultures in Nigeria, need serious upgrade. They need serious upgrade. They need to come to the 21st century. Omoye has just underlined that the North is not able, she put it in such a beautiful way, the North is not able to transition its mindset to the practicalities of the modern world. This is a real statement. It's a real statement. These are things that we have to think about.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
something I want to say, right? In response to what you're saying, I've been hearing about the breaking up of Nigeria for a very, very, very long time. Everyone has been saying it, and it seems it should be the case. But what I've never heard anybody say is, if we see that this is a major problem, and I think it's true, what is the first step? What's the first? Because I hear people, and I say this with the utmost respect, I only hear people talking about it. But if we feel that this is what we need to do, what is the first thing that all Nigerians should be doing right now when we get off this line? What should we do right now to say, okay, this is the first step that we're taking?
Okay. We know that without the international biases about Nigeria and Africa, without that, Nigeria has major problems of its own. We had an argument the other day whereby the thought of revolution came up, and people are really sick of talking. Everyone seems to be. I include myself in that sickness of talking. Nobody having action. The only thing is, talk is action. Talk is necessary, because if we're going forward without understanding, we're putting ourselves in the road of slaughter. I know the Europeans, they don't mind if we all die in Nigeria in order for them to take what they really want. So I say to you that revolution and a revolutionary mindset is very purposeful, necessary for every single Nigerian. Then we have come to that point where without revolution, nothing consciously would change in that country.
But Omoye is saying that revolution you're talking about will cause a lot of bloodshed. Omoye, I beg, please, this is your platform. I've been asking questions.
Madam,
over you.
Let me continue. So you see, the question that you ask isn't a simple answer. You ask a tough question. You should respect that the answer is not going to be simple. When I say these things, there are steps that we need to take in order to come to some level of success. I don't like this round and round rubbish that we do in Nigeria. We haven't done the work, yet we have no patience for the work to be done. I think that's an idiocy, complete idiocy. I'm not here to play. I'm not here playing. I'm saying to you that a revolutionary mindset needs to be galvanized. We were having an argument on the show, Dr. Damage's show, whereby some people who are revolutionary were saying, let's just stand up now, let's just go to war. I thought, how can you go to war without having a plan? They said those people who want to have a plan before standing up are the people who are spoiling Nigeria for us. I'm thinking, are you stupid? Stop talking shit. Because of your frustration, it doesn't mean that what you're saying is correct or accurate or good for our people. Without having a plan of action for a revolution, we are going nowhere, and we are just going to be putting ourselves in the midst of slaughter. That's what we're going to be doing. I said to them, what do we do after this revolution takes place? They were all stuck. Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew whether we're going left or right. I said, look at yourselves. So you lead Nigerians, young Nigerians, into slaughter, and then we will stand still. We don't know what a revolution would look like. We don't know if it can be done peacefully or if it has to be done violently. The fact of the matter, whichever way we go, we have to have a roadmap in order to do it. You understand? We can't be thoughtless in the task that we have ahead of us. The task that we have ahead of us is a challenge to the human mind. It's the human mind that all these things come from. Before you start acting like a buffoon, I haven't got time for that. I'm a person of my own level of discipline. I know what I am doing. So in knowing what I'm doing and knowing that Nigerians have a prowess in their mindset, we have a history of mentality, but we don't bloody use it. We prefer to be led blindly by a blind man. What kind of I don't understand that aspect of our thinking. I do not. All I say is that that's the same foolish selfishness that our leaders, yet we ourselves are blind, foolish, and thankless, selfish within ourselves. I don't know how that makes sense. You have to cause a difference between yourself and what you want to revolt against. You can't revolt and then become that same person that we ourselves would want to revolt against. Come on, let's be serious. Let's count our difference. Let's understand who it is that we are and the dignity that we expect for ourselves. We have to make sure that the next person has that same dignity for himself. We want dignity for ourselves, and we will cast rubbish for everybody else. What kind of rubbish is that? I don't like it. I don't like that kind of thing. And it's too easy. My aspect on when I look at Nigeria, it's too easy to call them out. Whoever is speaking, I can just call you out within the sentences that you make. So it's good. You want something that's good for yourself, but everyone else around you should be eating shit. Is that what you're depicting to me? Are you crazy? Is the question I would ask anybody. That's a question. We don't really allow ourselves to understand ourselves as human beings. We only want to address ourselves. Before I'm a Yoruba, I'm a human being. Before I'm a Yoruba person. That's why I can speak anything to anyone. Be they Yoruba or Igbo or whoever they want to be. I don't care who you are. I will speak my truth to you. Since I was a child, as a Yoruba person, I felt the oppression of my parents. My parents are great people. They brought me up extremely well. But there's too much that they've said that I threw out of the box. I threw it out. That this is not sensible to me. I've argued with them all my life. I'm the black sheep of the family. I own that position. Because what I've been saying since I was young is all come to fruition. All of it. All of it. Where they now, my parents, they have to admit. They have to admit. Because I will not let them forget that this is who they were or how they were pronouncing things to me. Most of us, we don't challenge our parents. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah. That's how we behave. Like sheep. And then we wonder why we're in this mess. We don't seem to understand that every single problem that we have as Nigerians, it can be found in the depth of our family. But nobody wants to admit that. My people are the best. We are the very best. But rubbish. Who are you talking to? Somebody that knows? You can't talk to me like that. You're talking shit. I know in every family that I know that all the shit that we breed in that Nigeria, it belongs to our families. Whoever wants to admit that differently, it's up to them. If you want to continue looking in the mirror and lying to yourself. Me, I don't do that. I tell myself the ugly truth.
All right. I have to come in here. Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes,
Jagun, for everything that you said. Nothing wrong. No, everybody is entitled to their opinion, right? Okay. So a few things that you said. Number one, I will repeat it again. First of all, I don't like the word minority. I'm not a minority in whatever context you want to put it. I reject that totally.
Okay,
now, the other thing is this.
But did you know
You
what
said,
I mean by it?
wait, now, Jag, when you were talking, I didn't say, I did not interrupt. I did not interrupt. I respected. I said, let me let you have your say to the ground. Because I say you get out for body and there was a lot you wanted to say. And I was patient. You understand? So please give me that same. So the other thing you said was that you agree with me, the north should go. You agree on that. Maybe that's the 1% we agree on. Then the other thing you said, you threw in, was that the Igbos are the problem too. I disagree. 100%. Knowing what I now know about Nigeria, yes, the Igbos are not the problem. If you want to say the Igbos are a problem because they chose to, say we don't like this union. We don't like how it's treating us. And by the way, Nigeria has treated us all unfairly. Right? So for you to even put the Biafrans in the same sentence as the problematic North, I'm sorry, that is, what's the word now? For lack of better words, that is not right at all. No, when something is wrong, let's say it is wrong. You cannot do that. If you're saying that, are you going to say that Oduduwa, people that are saying Oduduwa, Yoruba Republic, they too, they are problematic? Everybody has a right to agitate. Everybody has a right to say, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this union. Before everybody else did it, let's not forget, Niger Delta did it. What's the name of this man? I forget his name. In history. He was the first person to say,
Ken Saro-Wiwa.
not Ken Saro-Wiwa. There was one before Ken Saro-Wiwa. I can't remember his name.
Okay, sir. I know who you're talking.
Yeah.
I'll remember his name.
Yeah, you understand? He was like, I don't want, these people are just taking our. You say?
Isaac Barrow.
Isaac Barrow. You understand? The man said, I don't want this union. You people are taking our oil, the livelihood of my people. You people are just doing anyhow. And I'm just paraphrasing here. He said, no, I can't. Guess what? Nigerians turned on him too, right? And then guess what? The man, to get back, he joined the army and he fought the people that joined him, that stalled him from self-realization for his people. So look, all of us as Nigerians, we have been hurt one way or the other, okay? But you see the Igbos, they've been extremely hurt, okay? We can say that two truths can exist at the same time. There's no need for us, because every time people say these things, it's like you're rubbing insult to injury again. A people that have come from war and had to deal with losing everything they had to receiving $20, or is it 20 pounds? Yeah, 20 pounds to start all over again. I beg. No, I'm sorry. As Nigerians, we all have to acknowledge the hurt, whether we like it or not. Me, I'm not a Biafran, but I see the unfairness and the continuing. No, please. I don't want to know. We're not going to go back and forth here, because that's not even my topic today. The topic when it concerns me today now, how Benin people could never finish, and how the Burkina Faso people don't hold the level of your personnel. Now that one concern me. I beg. This is not a topic for whether Igbo. I'm not here for Igbo. I'm not here for Yoruba. I'm not interested. My own be say, may everybody go their way. May everybody answer their papa name. Nigeria has hurt too many people. I beg. We can say the truth without trying to be diplomatic. I don't want to answer your question. I'll not be by force, Mr. Jagun. I beg. I don't want to answer the question. Now, the other thing when you talk again. Wait, I never land. The other thing when you talk again. The other thing when you talk again, be say, they say, because I responded to your comment, the comment you made that, we ourselves, and I'm summarizing, I can't remember exactly what the comment was about, where, like, obedience to older people, that's our problem. This is my understanding. I'm not saying that's exactly what you said. Yes, we come from different ethnic groups. What your problems are with your culture and the way they do things is different from mine. So I can say that growing up, I grew up with people pushing back. That's what I know. If you grew up in a place where you're silenced because you're younger, that's you. Does it make it right? No. Does it make my own right? No. So I can say we have a difference in culture. So based on that, I can say, no, not me. That's not my own problem. And there shouldn't be a problem with that.
Oh, there is.
For you, there is, but I'm not. That's not what I want to. You're not going to change my topic, Mr. Jagun. You're not going to change my topic. For you, that's for you. That's your perception, and I respect it.
Your topic.
Thank you, and I respect it. Okay, I respect whatever you said. That's okay, but I also have a right to say no. That's not my problem, and there shouldn't be any problem about that. Right? And if we're talking about fighting, we're talking about revolution, we're talking about this. It's not just talk, right? If you're talking about revolution, there's stuff that needs to be happening already. I remember one time, I think it was on Dr. Damage's show, in as much as I don't agree with OVA a lot of the times, but there was something he said one time that sometimes I remember and I say, you know what? This makes sense. Revolution is not something we just talk about. You have to have been doing the work already. By the time you have done the work, when you know even to they talk, now action, people will just see things happening block by block. And I'm not here to talk anybody into doing a revolution. That is not what I'm here for. Okay, I'm here to rant about the situation in Nigeria, to give whatever I can do in my own small way to talk about it, address it, put the information out there, however small, however limited my information is, add the small one that I'm giving to the small one you're receiving elsewhere, and let's make something happen. As far as saying, oh, Nigerians should come out, Nigerians, I am not going to support that. I used to say that, but knowing what I know now and seeing what I've seen with a lot of our young people unaliving, I vehemently do not support any person coming out in Nigeria to protest any goddamn thing. Because the people that you have as politicians right now, running the country, they're bandits, they're terrorists. They do not care about your life. They are ready to burn everything to the ground and rule over it. If we're going to talk about everybody wants to go their separate ways, you can only have that conversation when you have a sane person there. You can only have that conversation when you know that, okay, what I'm saying is going to make sense. And everybody can now agree or disagree or decide, no, let's do it this way instead of doing it this way. With the kinds of people you don't have any National Assembly, you don't have any House of Rep, you don't have any justice system. Your justice system is in the gutter. You don't have any police, you don't have any military. Even the military itself is friends with the terrorists. They are not friends with you. Apart from the ones that are doing the hard work, that are being unalived every day in the field. So I beg, let's focus on my topic, and I'm about to wrap it up.
I agree on a lot of it. It's only that what we're speaking about is unfortunately very complex. The complexity is indeed in the different cultures that we have in the nation. I agree. However, I don't think that any one of us that would say that Nigeria is an oppressive country. It has oppression as its forebear. This thing comes from somewhere. It doesn't just happen. It comes from the cultures, the majority of cultures. There may be one or two that aren't thinking in this way, but the majority of cultures in Nigeria are oppressive. Family situations in Nigeria are one of oppression. So, you can agree or disagree with that as much as you want, but the fact remains that we are an oppressed people. So, whilst you want to eat yourself out of being that oppressive as your own personality, your own family background, your own culture, that is one in a million. So it almost doesn't, I don't know what you want to call it. If you want to call it a minority opinion or what else you want to use English language for. But if we say that we are in an oppressive regime in that country, and it has been like that since its beginning, since before its beginning, as a sovereign nation, as a so-called sovereign nation, that's up to you. I will put it to you that is ignoring the obvious. The obvious is that we are an oppressed people, for goodness sake.
I never disagreed. If you listen to what I said earlier, and I say this respectfully, I said we've all been hurt in Nigeria. Call it oppression, call it whatever you want to call it. Everybody has something to say about what's going on. Why am I here at this time talking about Nigeria? Because Nigeria has happened to me one way or the other. Just the same way it happened to you, and I'm sure just the same way it happened to Rose and everybody else. That's why we're here. We've all suffered as a result of being from that geographical location, right? Maybe use of words. You will say oppression. I would say hurt, right? Now, do I disagree with you? Wait now. Do I disagree with you that the family structure system in Nigeria as a whole, generally, you can say generally, is oppressive? I don't disagree with you. We see it play out every day, right? We see it play out every day. And by the way, thank you, Michael, for saying this. I actually forgot about that. There was a Yoruba, there was somewhere in a Yoruba town. They just kicked out the Oba for always cursing the young people. They kicked him out. They came up, the young people came together. I've forgotten the name of the Yoruba town now. They came together and they kicked the Oba out. So yeah, there are certain places where, is that not part of Yoruba town? Don't they, the Yoruba, are they not brought up to respect elders and to do all of that? The young people, guess what? They said, no, we can't allow this oppression anymore. They kicked the Yoruba Oba out for someone that they respect. So there are things that happen in Nigeria. Whatever way you want to say it, it might not be a minority thought, it might be a majority thought, but everybody has their own opinion. We're all wearing, well, even if you wear glasses, there's only so far you can see, right? You wear glasses, maybe your own sight is different from mine. So you're going to be looking at it from your own angle. I'm looking at it from my own angle. Everybody has their own angle of looking at it. Does it mean that we're all wrong? No. Does it mean we're all right? No. Everybody is speaking from their own angle, from what they're saying and from how it's affecting them. But overall, as Nigerians, we're suffering. We have suffered. Nigeria has turned us into something else. Look at me shouting, soft girl, baby girl life like me, softness like me. Look at me shouting. And I'm hearing words like aggression, which I own, because this is what Nigeria has turned us to. We have to tap into those nerves of shouting and aggression so that we can get results. And I own it proudly, right? So
I know, I hear you, my sister. Honestly, I'm not here to fight with you. I have a great deal of respect for who you are. I understand where you're coming from. And even gender-wise, as a woman and a man, I appreciate your womanhood and the fact that you are fed up to the back teeth about the problem in Nigeria. I appreciate it and respect it. I want to bring the tone down a little bit, as I think I was the one who raised it to this level. My aspect is that we have to find agreement, or indeed we go the way that you're saying, which is to break the country up. How that country will break up, I don't know. We have over 400, 500 different nationalities in one country. So how we're going to break it up, God alone knows. What I'm trying to put to us is that agreement amongst us is important. The fact of the matter is that we are in a mess, a dire mess, with the gold, and when I say gold, I just mean minerals as a whole, that we have in our land, that we have in our consciousness, that we have been gifted by the Great Father above. We have been gifted things, and the major gift is in our head. And if we don't know how to use our head, there's a poem by Rudyard Kipling called If. I don't know if you know that poem. It asks fundamentally for us to keep our head in the midst of delusion, in the midst of upheaval, in the midst of Maya making, which is just a mess. You are in the middle of a mess. Is it not easier for you to become a part of that mess? They said, Rudyard Kipling says, no, you keep your mind sober in order to make sense of the mess. So, with that understanding, if we don't find agreement with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, until it takes over the national aspect of our culture, we are never going to win. Never. Nigeria can still get worse. Imagine how, from the 80s, Nigeria was terrible. I remember for me how terrible Nigeria was between the 70s and the 80s. How it had just gotten worse. I said we can't get worse than this. Today, it's much worse than it was in the 80s. Much, much. So don't let us deceive ourselves that it cannot get even worse for us. We cannot even be further hurt. When you spoke about what I said about Biafra, you said Igbos. I didn't mention the word Igbo. I didn't mention the word Igbo once. I said Biafra is a problem. Whether it's a good problem or a bad problem, it's a problem. So I said that the Islamic North, there's Islam in the West, as you appreciate. The Islamic North is what I said. and then Biafra. These two things are our major inward problems. Without
I disagree with you. You can say that is what you think. That's your perception. But no, Biafra is not a Nigeria, is not a problem in Nigeria, because what Biafra was fighting for is different. You cannot compare it and lump it in the same way with the North. I'm sorry. The Biafra, the North is literally unaliving you every single day. They have not stopped. Not only that, they are taking advantage and they want to take the reins of power from you. Completely different. I'm sorry. And I just want us to peg, Mr. Jagun. Mr. Jagun is not about, I don't have to understand you. It's not by force. I said it's not by force to understand you. I don't have to understand you. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I'm using the words. I don't know the meaning. How about that? Okay. So please, I want to. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad that you find it laughable. That's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy that you find it laughable. Okay. So for me personally, I just think that whatever it is we need to do, a majority of Nigerians are in agreement that they want a great society that's going to thrive for them. However way it's going to look like, I am standing on the fact that we need to divide and everybody needs to go their own way. Whoever wants to come together and form regions, please, I beg, I don't feel explain. I don't tire. I've been on, I don't want answer now, Mr. I don't tire. I don't do this life since. I don't tire. I'm sorry. I can't. So if we decide, say everybody won't go their own way, we say, okay, we want to form region, everybody can decide at that time. But even before that happens, you have to have a reasonable person that you can even have that conversation with. Having said that, my people, I want to thank you people for being here on the live with me. For those of you that came to stress me, you know your names. I'm not going to mention any names. Thank you for coming to stress me. It's welcome, right? Nigeria is a stressful place, and as you can see, we are miles away from Nigeria, but it still has a way of finding us out. Rose, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for sticking it through with me on the panel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Mr. Jagun.
I'm acknowledging it.
Yeah, go ahead. Mr. Jagun, yes. Thank you very much also for bringing the fire. You made me raise my voice. I have to go and check my blood pressure after this. Thanks to you. And then to everybody in the comment section, thank you very much for everyone. And Mr. Kola, thank you so much for the super chat. I beg, I really appreciate it. At least I go sit down and take buy water, drink. The poll. Thank you very much, Michael. Do you support APC's government's action against Benin? 79% said no, overwhelmingly, and 22% said, 78%, okay. 78 said no, 22% said yes. Okay, now, let's go there. As the day continues to unfold, you know, say every day, new things, magic, they happen for Nigeria every day. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. But okay, Mona have great night. For those of you that have woken up, you guys have a fantastic day. You guys are prophets now. Those of you that are already awake on Tuesday, you people will now be the ones to tell us what Tuesday looks like. But anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rolandi, thank you. Everyone that was able to join. Mr. Jagun, Eshegun, good night too. All right then.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.
Okay, my people, make we call am a day. Una really try for me today. I no expect say I go take for this life. Walai. How do people do it? People will just keep me here like this. I don't understand. Una dey put something for mouth talk. Be like so na dey e be like so na dey put something for mouth talk to me. I don't understand. I'm just here like this. I go just day here. Before I know, I check time. Time don't go. Abamana. Anyway, now do well. I appreciate. I'm not taken for granted though. Thank you for making this life very fun. Of course, as always, you guys never not they ever dull. I appreciate una well. All right, people. It's been real. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Yeah.